Rise and shine. It's go time on a Monday morning. It is the Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorcementOnly.com. Protecting the rights of men in all those family law situations. Hopefully you don't get yourself into one. Got a lot to get into here on a Monday. Digest what happened this weekend. Look forward to a continuing important offseason for the Jaguars. Good morning, Emmanuel, my brother. How are we?
What's happening, Jeffrey?
You have a good weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Who you got in there? We got an intern in there?
Yeah, we got intern John, man.
You know, doggone it, man. I was just going to quiz myself. I met intern John one time in there when we did the Jags predictions, and I was going to astutely and correctly point out that I remembered his name. I was going to roll with John. I wasn't positive. I'm not going to lie. So put him to work in there. All right. How was Mother's Day in the clan? Everything good?
Yeah, everything good, man. Always good to spend time with my dudes.
Yeah. I fell into it yesterday, boy. I fell into a more relaxing Mother's Day than Father's Day is typically for me. Somehow, through the course of history, the advancing of civilization, guys, do you feel me on this? Father's Day is going to come along, and Mama's going to arrange so much stuff. She's going to have you doing stuff that if it were your day, you wouldn't be doing, right? Father's Day works that way sometimes. But, buddy, man, you know, kids all grown and gone and out of the house. And, you know, Mrs. P has her own mom. First and foremost, plans with my mom. We're taking my mom and dad out to dinner tomorrow night, so that's already planned. So here's how Mother's Day worked for me. Once we got up and going about noontime, Mrs. P took off, baby. She was going to her mother. She was going to see her children. Daddy just sat at home. He watched sports.
That sounds like a day.
That is a day, my friend. Observations from that include, what a sloppy 3 days of baseball for the Atlanta Braves. Oh, my. I haven't seen a sloppier 3 days of Braves baseball since 1977. I mean, that's how bad it was. I'm not looking at the standings, but as I look back on my childhood as a sports fan and a Braves fan, 1977 sticks out as the worst of the worst. And it also, I got a little story here, just right out of the gates. 1977 is a date that I can look back on and realize the first and maybe only time as a child I got away with a mild curse word.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm in Atlanta where my grandparents live, where I was born, where my mom's from, where my dad went to college. And I'm already a huge Braves fan. I've told this story. I'm 5-6 years old, man. I would sit in the house at 6:30 in the afternoon Central Time and start listening to the Braves, listen to them on the radio all the time. I mean, it's a sickness. So in 1977, I can remember that summer, we were at my grandmother's house, and the Braves had a promotional button that said Almost Heaven in 77. And at this point, there are already like 40 games under 500. And I looked at the button, and at the ripe age of 10 years old, may have said, shouldn't it say Almost Hell? Thought I might get the switch from my granny on that one, but
right.
Somehow it was, somehow it passed. But I digress. Ooh, slop fest for Atlanta. Here's a problem with having a bullpen game. Your closer can't stink. He did this weekend, so 3 in a row they drop at Toronto. If the Braves are fortunate enough to make a run to the World Series, they best not face the Blue Jays. They went 0-6 against them last year. And now a sweep up there in Toronto. In a series, they led all 3 games. Bullpen is not good, man. They've got 3 starting pitchers, and the next timely hit they get will be the first in about a week. So there's that. But I digress. I'm going to start with a metaphor. I know you probably haven't, but anyone around you ever gardened? Got a little garden, try and grow just a little anything, you know.
My grandma, my family in Haiti.
Right? They grow some strawberries, try and get some tomatoes growing, right? Well, it's growing season right now. There's a lot of people out there got their tomato plants planted, and they're waiting for them to come in, and that includes, Mrs. P back at the homestead's got a big old bush of tomatoes getting ready to get ripe and to enjoy. That's what I equate this part of the NFL calendar to. Oh, we just went through the draft, and we selected the best seeds we could find at the farmer's market. We spared no expense in researching the DNA of every single seed that we have purchased this offseason. And then we bring them out here and we sprinkle them around. And so we see the first signs of those buds sprouting and fruits perhaps waiting to become more ripened. And ultimately, a couple of tomatoes are going to get worms, whether it's injuries or false hopes from what we see in these shorts and t-shirts kind of workouts. But it's a fun time nonetheless, and there were certainly some sights and sounds from the two-day rookie mini camp that stood out from the last couple of days. And as you would expect, it's the draft class who you're really hoping will open your eyes. It's a dangerous game to try and draw too much into, taking the physicality out of what comes down to Sunday afternoons, a 3-hour brutal physical war, right? And so when you're out there with no pads, no contact, it's a slippery slope if you're trying to draw too many conclusions. Some of the positions in some of the drills would seem to be more of an indicator. For instance, first, we know why Tank Bigsby got his nickname. Dude's a tank. He's elusive, and he showed just in this little brief 2-day what the Jags must have seen in him. He's an all-purpose back now. 2 or 3 receiving touchdowns, beating linebackers, various levels of the defense. It's pretty clear it's going to be a seamless transition from Travis Etienne trotting over to the sideline and Tank Bigsby trotting on. And imagine if Bigsby is of the same level as Etienne. Imagine there's some sort of interchangeability there. Now, again, the physical part of the running game you don't see in these sessions, but what you can do in space, how athletic, coordinated in the passing game you are, Tank Bigsby flashed that. A couple of the young receivers, one a rookie free agent, a guy, and others that were around last year. Spent time, the whole season on the practice squad, never active. A couple of those guys getting their opportunity to flash a little bit. But if you're trying to, grade Anton Harrison against Yasir Abdullah as he comes off the edge, that's a little hard to do. But you can still see leverage and footwork and some of those things. So I would say Abdullah probably flashed a little bit as well as the rookies get their first taste of what NFL life is all about. By the way, we mentioned it the other day, ET, but it's worth a re-mention. The Jaguars are going to be featured in a like behind the scenes, all-inclusive kind of documentary, kind of like those training camp, deals that you'll see later this summer. But this is just going to cover the draft. What is it? It's on one of the fringes, though. Which one is it? You remember?
Yeah, I don't remember. But
Roku, maybe? Is Roku a service? Yeah, it is. It's Roku? Yeah.
Sure, Roku.
How the hell did he get Roku? A lot of people have Roku?
It comes standard on a lot of TVs
Does it?
now, yeah.
Intern John, you got Roku in there? He does actually.
Look at him.
What about you, E?
I think I might have
maybe
it on
I do.
TV.
So you're saying if I'm still on one of the, dwindling, still on just straight old cable, if I go,
Probably not, my boy.
It won't give me because it gives me the option on all the other ones, YouTube, Hulu, and
Then it might be
Amazon Prime.
If you got a smart TV, then you
yeah,
probably got
yeah,
it.
you name it all, it's on there. So anyway, that'd be fun to kind of look into exactly what the Jags were thinking as they rode the waves, did all those trade backs. And, again, there was this overriding narrative that they traded for all these late picks and then they just kind of had to eat them and waste them because you don't need that many. And then we point out there is the other side of it. At least you're putting more, you're firing more arrows at the target. If you got 2 fifth-rounders, it's a better chance of hitting than if you have one, per se. I'm more interested in hear what Doug Peterson had to say when he gathered and met the media on Friday. And we'll hear from Coach P next segment. And look, I'm really interested. There's only so much he's going to be able to tell us about these rookies. We'll learn more and more as things ratchet up. First it's just these guys together, no pads, and it's going to be full team with no pads. Then we're going to get full team with some shells. Then we're going to get some hitting in training camp, and then we're going to practice against another team and ratchet it up. Then we're going to play a preseason game. I'll give you a better indication on what I think of each one of these players when we get to, say, September 9th, and we got a game in the books. We got a lot of levels of the ladder here that got to be climbed by this class, no matter how they looked in their debut performances on the field this weekend. A shout out, by the way, to the 1010XL staff. More than one of them out and about all weekend. They can give you their direct observations from what they've seen with their eyes, and you can find the coverage on YouTube and some of the other platforms as well if you want to dive a little bit deeper. But I'm curious to hear what Coach Peterson had to say about the schedule, because that was hot off the presses Friday morning when he met the media just a little bit later that day. So we're going to let you hear a lot of his impressions of the schedule, including what could be the challenge of back-to-back London games. And also the difference in, this offseason coming off a division title and a playoff win versus last offseason coming off back-to-back worst records in the NFL. We got a lot of Jags to get into this morning, and that'll be fun. Oh, you know what I hear this morning? Hold on. I put my ear to the ground, and I listen out toward the beach. Right before I get to the Intercoastal there in Pablo Bay, there's my man Hicken getting out of bed, and he's backtracking, boy. Clunk, 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 clunk. I can just feel the backtracking. Yeah, he can't backpedal any further after Jason Tatum put 51 up last night, the most points ever in a Game 7.
Oh, I was definitely tweeting at him last night.
He's been killing Jason Tatum. Smugly sitting over there when Jason Tatum has a bad game. Looking down his nose that barely watches any NBA all year at E and I, who admittedly watch too much. Telling us we're wrong about a first-team All-NBA player. You live with whatever sporadicness that Jason Tatum was drawing some criticism for in the, in the first 6 games of the series, when you got a player, a talent, who can up it to a level that, well, quite frankly, has never been met before in a Game 7 in the history of the NBA. No one is. Remember, Steph just did this. He hit 50, and that was the record. Steph just did this against Sacramento in Game 7. Set the record, the Game 7 record, with 50 points. And here we are a couple weeks later, and Jason Tatum bests him. And don't forget now, the fourth quarter that he had in the Game 6 win in Philly. He had like 16 points in that one. This dude scored like almost 70 points in his last 5 quarters. And so with Tatum leading the way, Celtics march on. Here's kind of a little Daly's double take. I didn't really realize it until it was pointed out to me. Third time in 4 years, it'll be the Celtics and the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Doesn't feel like the Heat have been percolating up there, I guess, as much as they have. So there you go. And then there's the Sixers and the aftermath and the MVP. Joel Embiid, I thought, picked a curious time in the postgame last night to kind of reiterate that he can't do it alone. The reason I found that, and he added James Harden to the mix, but the reason I found that curious is because Embiid went 5 of 18 for 15 points and just 8 rebounds yesterday. Maybe not the day to scream about can't do it alone. How about do part and keep your team in the game? But James Harden can't come back from this one, E.T. And we were singing the kudos of James Harden, had a couple of games. These last 2 games with the series on the line, dude scored 22 points combined. He had 9 points yesterday, 3 of 11 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3.
This is MO.
Turned it over 5 times. He's got to go, man. Philadelphia about to chew him up. James Harden needs to shave the beard so he can be inconspicuous. It is not a good scene in Philadelphia this morning for James Harden, I promise you that, and he deserves every single criticism he gets. He was so awful last night. I mean, it was as bad as anything I've ever seen. I was looking forward to watching that game. As I said, I had a little downtime. My Braves had already fumbled away another baseball game, and this game was a 3-point game at halftime. Okay, let's go. And then I watched James Harden just throw up all over himself for 24 minutes, and yeah, that was it. But Tatum was the story. By the way, with those 51 points, also 13 rebounds, 5 assists, and a couple steals with 0 turnovers.
And I don't think he hit the rim on any of those 3-point shots.
No, he was just
splashing.
He found that sick zone that the ultra-talented can find, didn't he, in the fourth quarter? So, yeah, it's we're all set now in the conference finals. The Lakers put away the Warriors over the weekend, so it's Lakers, Denver, and it'll be the Celtics and the Heat again. A little bit of a Daly's double take, 3rd time in 4 years for that matchup.
I'm a little surprised with the Laker game how easily they kind of handled the Warriors.
Yeah, well, speaking of another guy who just absolutely pooped the bed, Klay Thompson was awful. Awful. Brick, man. That's what's, look, we talk about on any individual day, some of these dudes can look like they're the best player in the world, but the best, the greats, because of their consistency. They don't do what James Harden did yesterday, ever. They don't do what Klay Thompson did against the Lakers on Friday night. They just don't. But yeah, Thompson was horrific in, you know, and here's what happened in the game. Lakers built a big lead. They were out of the gates like 27-10. Golden State came all the way back. They got it within a couple 3 points, and then again, just like kind of that Boston game yesterday, second half, pulled away. So there you are. Got a couple of, well, probably the two biggest brands in the NBA, Lakers and Celtics, still alive. Then you got the Heat, and then you got just the whole system that's going on right now in the NBA. I don't get it, man. Good coaches are getting canned over seemingly nothing. I mean, two dudes who were in the finals 2 years ago have now been fired this offseason. Mike Budenholzer, who won that championship. My God, Monty Williams has been coach of the year twice in the last 4 years and fired by the Phoenix Suns.
That's wild.
After he lost an elimination game in which his veteran point guard missed his third straight and his center went big soft. No Ayton, no Paul. Did Monty Williams trade all his depth for Kevin Durant? So anyway, he gets fired this week, and Budenholzer already fired, and the word on the street is clear as day is that Doc Rivers is about to be fired in Philly. Rivers has lost 10 Game 7s in his career, twice as many as the next closest. Oof. Not exactly big game Doc there. He wants to be there. Some of his players, Embiid especially, want him to be there. But golly, considering what's gone down in the NBA the last week, who knows? I'll tell you who should get it in ET. You ready to have your mind blown? You ready for one of these? Poof. You ready for a poof?
Let's hear it.
It's the GM who needs to be fired, to wit. These dudes traded up to draft Markelle Fultz, number 1 overall. Do you know who went number 3 in that draft?
Who's that?
Jason Tatum.
Oh.
These dudes drafted Mikal Bridges, the hometown kid. Went to Villanova. Terrific player. Traded him to the Suns. These dudes, remember when Kawhi hit that shot? Game 7, sent them on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Embiid famously was crying walking down the tunnel. You know who was on the floor for the Sixers in that game? Jimmy Butler. I mean, these dudes have had Jimmy Butler and you know, could have they could have Jason Tatum, bro. They traded up for Markelle Fultz. They could have Jason Tatum. So it's the GM in Philly that needs to, you know, take the long, lonely walk to the airport and get the hell out of town. All right, I've overburdened you with NBA. Settle down. We'll come back.
We didn't even talk about one of the bigger stories in the NBA.
Yeah, that's right. That's fair. There's nothing else to say about Ja Morant.
No.
I'm going to say this kind of clinically. I don't mean it to be harsh or especially mean. Ja's a moron.
No, that's right.
I mean, I'm saying it like, yeah, Ja ain't right. Ja's brain don't work right.
It hasn't even been 2 months.
Hasn't even been 2 months that this moron went through and by the way, there is no excusing this. There's no kid gloves about this. Ja's a moron. Okay? And just the disconnect here, E. And look, there are countless little African-American kids right now growing up in not the best of situations that they want nothing more. Their parents want nothing. Mamas want nothing more than for them to be able to escape it.
Talk it.
To have a path to a successful, grounded life. Okay? And so here is this moron, Ja Morant, who has that. Who, by the way, is not coming from the place of suffering that so many little African-American kids are finding themselves in this Monday morning. Ja came from a good background, going to private schools. So this caricature that he's playing is especially offensive because so many mamas and daddies and little kids are trying so hard to get out of that idiotic caricature. And here's Ja playing it up like he's a cartoon character.
Idiot.
So,
first time's a mistake, second time's a choice.
Just so unaccountable, just so wrong on so many levels. Promoting a dangerous way to get around town. It's a dangerous way. I'm not speaking from a pro-gun, anti-gun guy. Have a gun at your home. You are a celebrity. You are in situations, in certain very unique situations, you may need to even carry a gun out and about with you. Riding around listening to music ain't one of them.
True.
Flashing guns like that's cool is not one of them. I don't know how else to say it. So, parents, teach your children well.
And then the recording, man. Like, for the homies, you don't always have to record everything. And if you are, you don't have to go live. Come on.
You know, the guy recording and driving is the same cat who's banned from the Memphis games because he's the one who allegedly had the laser scope on the Pacer staff when they were in town. So, if that tells you anything about the learning curve that Ja's on.
Come on, man. Your circle, man. Oh, man.
You have to have a cold heart to not feel good for this week's winner on PGA Tour. I'll share that with you when we come back on the other side. And I'm going to get into Doug Peterson, more of this Jags rookie two-day mini camp and what lies ahead for this emerging ball club, man. I'm seeing every record prediction that I've seen, you know, from the big platforms that we all look at, whether it's Pro Football Focus or ESPN or CBS or NFL.com. Ain't nobody under that list that posted total of, I think it's 10 now in Vegas, although they usually go halves, right? 10 is an even number. So started at 9.5, maybe up to 10.5 by now. I haven't seen very many people predict the Jags for fewer than 11 wins. So higher expectations. Doug Peterson speaks to that when we return as well. Up and rolling, and so glad to have you along with us. It is the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Who's going to win NASCAR's All-Star Race? Here they come, checker flag! Find out Sunday night at 7 from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Honda has done it again with their all-new exciting SUV and truck lineup for 2023. HRV, Pilot, Passport, Ridgeline trucks, and our popular CRV hybrid. This is without a doubt Honda's most impressive lineup. Visit your local Honda dealer today. We're dealing.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
Oh boy, it's golf majors time again. The PGA Championship is back this week, and again, we have the PGA Heroes versus the Live Villains. So get your golf bets in now at MyBookie. E to the T here, and if you haven't signed up yet, you need to sign up with MyBookie. This is going to be must-see TV, and you can bet long odds for big sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners and long odds, and they hit. But the real fun is with live betting. You can live bet golf every day, Thursday through Sunday. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet, you need to sign up with MyBookie. Do it now for the PGA Championship. Take advantage of crazy boosted odds. MyBookie is the only online sports book that makes you feel like you hit the sweet spot on your 3-wood every single time. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure your first deposit bonus of $1,000. It's simple. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus. Bet the PGA anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
8Sparky. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing spring specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit beechurstplumbing.com. BETROS plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
RV prices holding you back from your camping? For a limited time, General RV is offering exclusive savings during the Bid and Buy sales event. We're ready to negotiate prices and accepting offers on all new RVs. Make your camping dreams a reality with your price when you bid and buy May 17th through the 21st at General RV in Orange Park on Wells Road off 295. Any offer from a potential customer will be considered, but not all offers will be accepted. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
This is Denny Thompson. Join me for the Gator Bites podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists with new episodes every Wednesday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Hey, Jags fans. Renewal by Andersen is a proud partner with your favorite team. And they bring that same commitment to excellence to your home's windows and doors. With their advanced Fibrex material and energy-efficient glass options, their windows and doors are the perfect choice for your next home improvement project. Let them help you bring more light and life into your home. Schedule a complimentary consultation today. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CGC 1527613.
Daniel Tosh is back. Sweet Tea Tour.
It is great to be here in America. The greatest country in the world.
September 24th, Jacksonville Center for the Performing Arts Moran Theater. On sale now. Buy tickets online at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss your chance to see Daniel Tosh.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership costs. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Run to the Jacksonville Sharks Jungle Night game as they fight against the Albany Empire this Saturday, May 20th, 7 o'clock at the ViStar Arena. With tickets as low as $15, you can't find this kind of affordable fun anywhere else. Boy and Girl Scouts purchase tickets, enjoy a post-game autograph session, Educators Appreciation Night, buy one ticket, get one free. Shark Tank this Saturday, May 20th, 7 o'clock, ViStar Memorial Arena. Call 904-621-0700 or go to jacksharks.com. All education, BOGO ticket. Fins up.
At Andy's Automotive and Truck Services, they know that your company's fleet is more than just a bunch of cars and trucks. It's your livelihood, your reputation, your pride. So when you need routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs, Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize your downtime and keep your fleet running like new. While you care for your employees and customers, rest assured Andy's Automotive will take care of your fleet. Visit the team at andysats.com.
Heading to the beach, looking for eats? ABBQ has you covered. You can grab some to go on your way to the beach or order from our website and get delivery right to your beach access. But why stop there? After a long day playing in the waves, stop by on your way home. Relax in our outdoor backyard or patio. So whether you're looking for a quick bite to go or want to relax and unwind with friends and family, ABBQ is the perfect spot for your beachside cravings. ABBQ, meet and drink with us.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
No one on the corner has swagger like us. Swagger like us. All right, the YouTube feed is activated this morning. You find that. Where else you find that? Twitter? I don't know. Roku. We're going to put that on Roku with the Jag special. And that means it's time for the long hat summer. Bring another one. One thing is, I definitely need a system. What do we have? 2 weeks, 10 hats? Feels like it's been. I was gonna wear a hat today. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I had worn already, and I did not feel like doing the research. Whatever it takes for me to find where you post them week to week.
I think I'll start emailing you.
Yeah, you do. You need, and then I am gonna have to get some sort of, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Tag them, blue tag them. Or maybe I should right now rifle through. Maybe what I'll do is this week I'll bounce around and then color coordination and everything else be damned. Start wearing them one after the other ones I'm going to toss. In the idea that we got way too many.
Yep.
All right. You want to go first? I'll let you go first. What do you got?
Oh, I went with the old in honor of the Lakers.
I need to see on the.
Oh yeah, let me.
There you go. Activate you on the cam there.
All right,
Activate.
The only time I look at the cam all day is when we do the when we do the hats.
In honor of the Lakers winning.
Oh, I see you. Yeah, you look blue in there. You got some color. You got some like white balance issues in there. Look at that.
Oh, that is
spooky.
strange. It is strange. I look like Avatar.
You have right Blue Man Group in there. You and intern John. He's looking frazzled. That's not a good look. That whole blue hue.
I don't know what's going on with that.
It's like a ghost behind you. If people didn't know, they think there's a ghost behind you.
Yeah, I went with a Hennessy hat.
I was expecting a Lakers hat after that setup.
Yeah, well,
victory drink, is that what that is?
That's exactly what it is. So Hennessy is the official sponsor of the NBA. And,
okay.
So that's why
is it really?
Yeah, it is.
I never knew that.
So I went with the Hennessy hat.
Next time we're out together, I'm gonna have to have some. I've never had Hennessy.
Oh, let's do it.
And I'm not gonna do to you what I do to Hicken all the time and ask you the same question for about the 12th time.
What is Hennessy?
What exactly is Hennessy, right? A cognac? Is that what you told me?
That's right. Yeah.
And a cognac is like a brandy? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
like a brandied whiskey. So at the end of it's a kind of it's
brown water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about the Hennessy that so attracts you versus just drinking regular whiskey or, another cognac?
Just that taste.
Yeah, I hear you.
Just that taste.
You ain't got to explain. Some things you ain't got to explain. You know, right?
Right.
All right, I'm going with, there's a minor story behind this hat. It's another one that I never wear. This was, and I don't wear it for a couple of reasons. But the story behind, here we go. What's this thing look like? A little delay. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with this hat. Like, see, I should wear this hat. It's a little higher profile, I think, than I like. This is a Vineyard Vines hat. You know, the story behind this hat is, you'll learn this as we go through more Christmas Eves together. Your boy here is a Christmas Eve shopper.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, he waits until about 8 o'clock Christmas Eve. Then he runs to the local mall. And he Christmas Eve shops when there's no one in the mall. Your boy also doesn't go in and spend 8 hours shopping. He knows what he's going in to get. He goes on Christmas Eve when all the smart people have already done their shopping. The things he's going to get, there's no worry about him being picked over or anything else, or he'll just adjust on the fly. And so I was Christmas Eve shopping with one of my boys, the professional luncher, Whiskey Andy King, Gator Bowl chairman-elect, and one of the honchos over there at Green for Life. And he was Christmas Eve shopping with me in the morning, and this was just an impulse buy. I was walking around, I was buying stuff for other people. I liked the color combo, and so I bought it, and I've hardly ever worn it.
It's a nice hat.
It is a nice hat. I should wear. I'm looking at it now. It doesn't have the look. Like when I look at it in the mirror, you know how sometimes you put a hat on, you think it just doesn't look right. Yeah. Yours all look the same. You've done a good job of hat management. Like I'll wear hats that are different styles and slopes and heights and everything else. So yeah, there you go. That's today's hat. Little story, little yarn, as it were. All right. Easy to root for yesterday's winner at the Byron Nelson. I mean, how do we come in and compliment and put Jason Day into perspective? Let me count the ways. First and foremost, let's not forget where Jason Day was some 8-10 years ago. He was positioned right along with Jordan Spieth and Brooks Koepka and Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy as the best players in the world. Won a major, reached number one, won a Players. He's battled a number of health issues. Famously, I believe it was at Chambers Bay, a major that ultimately Jordan Spieth won. He had issues with vertigo, like collapsed on the course, somehow gritted his way through, but had really positioned himself, honestly, as a top 3 to 5 golfer in the world who at any time could muscle up with any of those big boys. He's also famously came from a rough background. Spent time in boys' homes when he was a kid. Found the right influence in his life, got him involved in golf, and fought his way from not the best of circumstances, but forever staying close, defying his mother, but very close to her as he grew and matured and realized, some of the bad decisions he made at a really young age, right? Overcomes all that. Is a fantastic, a ton of skill. His mom gets cancer. So they leave his native Australia. They move to, I believe, Columbus, Ohio, where they had one of the best cancer treatment facilities. And she fought it for a long time. And Jason Day has now been in the U.S. for a lot of years, and I'm sure won't leave. But ultimately, he lost his mom to cancer just before Mother's Day a year ago, just over a year ago. So here he is, family man. He's got, I think, 4 kids and 1 in the oven. And people, when he was first winning, you might remember his little kid Dash. So Jason Day had this little kid Dash Day. You know, it was his first.
A cool name.
That's his oldest. It was his first. And when he was first winning and was with his beautiful wife, and he was just a little dude, a little 2 or 3 year old. Well, now he's, sprouted up with peach fuzz on his face, probably 13, 14 years old. So they are all there when Jason Day made it back into the winner's circle yesterday for his first victory. And this was a little surprising, in 5 years. Now, Day completely disappeared through health and other reasons. I'm sure personally dealing with his mother down the home stretch, but he's flashed. He had some good efforts a year ago, and this year he's been close, man. He's been a guy who has been pickable. Trying to pick a winner. In fact, the Tour did it again, huh? Stewie's on a hot streak. Stuart Moore had Jason Day. But not only did he win yesterday, he fought off, guess who? Scotty Scheffler. One of the best golfers in the world in his native home state of Texas. Jason Day shot him back. He shot a 9 under 62 on Sunday. So he went and won the golf tournament. A drought that was plagued by his own health issues and his mom Denning Day's long battle with lung cancer before she died just a little more than a year ago. Day saying after it was very emotional to go through, to experience what she was going through. I had injuries on top of all that going on in my life. It feels strange to be sitting here. It had been since the 2018 Wells Fargo. And he took his outright lead from a large group of contenders on the back 9 and then held off Scotty Scheffler coming down the stretch. Day finished 23 under. He won the 2015 PGA. Now it's 13 PGA Tour wins, by the way. Also now 35 years old, but 2015, that's 8 years ago. See, he was 27 years old, battling to be number 1 in the world, a winner of a major. And it feels awesome for him, and it was a fun, easy story to root for. And the Tour now turns its attention to the next major on the schedule. That'll be the PGA Championship, which is coming up next week. And we got, obviously, a lot more golf talk when we bring Brunch with the Tour with you every Tuesday morning. All right, let's get a little bit of the Jags and more specifically, Doug Peterson, what he had to say Friday when he got his rookies together. First and foremost, look, this is a different deal. Jags over-under is pegging them to be an over 500 team. That doesn't sound like much in a lot of places, but around these parts, they're going to be the overwhelming pick to win the AFC South. They're going to be a wild card pick to make a deep run. There'll be people suggesting, I saw Colin Cowherd on Friday pick the Jags to be the top seed in the AFC. So just a complete different set of circumstances and expectations for Doug Peterson as he gets this football season rolling with this two-day rookie minicamp.
Listen, the expectation is to win, and that was our expectation last year. And even though parts of the year weren't as good as other parts of the year, that still has to be, priority. Got to win football games in this league, and so. But listen, it's as you guys know, you've heard it from me a million times. I mean, it's a one game. It's one day. It's one player at a time. It's about the team, and we keep the team in front and focused, and it's the main thing, and you got to keep the main thing, and but yet expectations are, to win games.
All right, let's get general and specific about the schedule that was released on Thursday night. It finds the Jaguars with 3 primetime games. They will open on the road inside the division at Indianapolis, the home opener the following week, a rematch of last year's divisional loss against the Kansas City Chiefs. Also, back-to-back games in London, one as the home team and, one as the visitor. So, first, in general, overall thoughts from Doug Peterson.
I liked it. I mean, obviously we knew our opponents going into the schedule, but, I think I was excited to get the three prime times other than the 2 London games, to have the Monday night game here, a Sunday night game here. are exciting for our fans, obviously for us and our players. And then the Thursday in New Orleans is, a road Thursday game and against a great opponent. So I thought the schedule was great. Got some really good teams coming in here, to play, and we're excited about that.
Yeah, and look, you got to be careful when you phrase certain things. Easy to make it to a bulletin board. So he's asked about the, not having to play at Buffalo, and kind of graciously meandered through that. But it certainly is, even with the challenge of playing in London in back-to-back weeks. At least from my standpoint, I would rather play Buffalo anywhere other than Buffalo if given the choice. Meanwhile, there is the whole back-to-back in jolly old, and Doug Peterson talked about having those 2 straight games in London.
None. We just stay there. We just stay there for a week. I mean, and we do have a game after that, when we come back. But, we're on the East Coast, and travel is not bad, when we come back and we gain the time. So it doesn't really affect anything that we do, preparation, nothing like that.
Will you have to change hotels over there?
We will. We'll be at the Grove, and then we move to Hamburg. Listen, they have guests, and they have parties, and they have reservations that they have as well. So, we have to accommodate that. So, we'll be at the Grove the first week, and then we'll move to Hanbury Court. We're excited. I've never been there, so it'll be exciting to move there. Again, transitions. We'll go play the first game, and we'll go to Hanbury. So it's like coming back home.
That's not that big a deal. Right? It's not that big a deal. Play good football. You win the game. Play it on the moon. All right? It's excuses is what it is. Anybody that thinks a back-to-back is any harder, you think it's easier, just for out of curiosity, would it be easier to go play the Atlanta Falcons in London, then come home and fly and play Buffalo in Buffalo? Would that be easier for you? Or would it be easier to stay right where you've been for a few days, and will be for that continuing week? Make the brutal transition. We got to change hotels. And just sit there and wait on Buffalo to come into town and hopefully show well for yourself. All right, one last deal. We are gathered for the rookie camp, and just what he gets out of this opportunity that came and went these last couple of days.
Yeah, we're, obviously for us really as coaches to kind of put our eyes on them. Install some offense, defense, special teams, see what they know, take it to the classroom, and then just be able to watch them just move around and kind of begin the process of, how are they going to fit with our team and current team and just get a good feel for, these guys these next couple of days.
All right, so that's Doug Peterson, some of his thoughts, mostly on the schedule, the season that's upcoming, and the just sky-high expectations. Anybody who made the YouTube rounds here for our little now annual predictions, anybody have them under 500?
I don't think anybody.
Intern John was there. Were you in there for all of them or just the morning ones? Every single show? Did anybody have them under 500?
Just the morning. I don't know about the afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, you were just for us. Yeah, we had them going good. So
I know. You know what Tony Smith?
Yeah. Was that a joke or for real?
That was for real.
Yeah, he's not the jokey type.
Right.
Yeah. The Jags are, with all due respect to Tony, and God bless, that would be awesome. They ain't going 16-1. Yeah. I mean, I was looked at with ridicule for picking him to win 10 last year, so be careful. I'm going to be careful. Maybe he can sit here next year and play my role of telling everybody I got it right. But 16-1, yeah, no. I see no path to that. That would be just amazing. If they go 16-1, they're going to win the Super Bowl, aren't they? With that schedule? So I'll root for it. Hey, I'll root for his prediction over mine, which, as I've been telling you since we knew the opponents, 12-5. That's how I rocked it. We rocked it here on the show, and now in perpetuity on YouTube. Come back with Football Fix. Just some quick headlines. And get squared away for the opening of the program again with the Hick and Arrival coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Breakfast with Baselli, we believe, is coming our way at 8 o'clock this morning after we hit and missed with the big fella just a week ago. So, Monday Morning Quarterback. DivorceSpinOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The PGA Championship this week at the Oak Hill Country Club East Course in Rochester, New York. Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, the plus 750 co-favorites. Rory McIlroy is 12-1. Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantley, both 22-1. Atlanta Braves today, $1.15 road favorite of the Texas Rangers, minus 105, 9 flat at Globe Life Field. Charlie Morton on the mound for the Braves, 4-3, a 3.32 ERA. Braves over the Yankees, 8:70 yesterday as a $1.19 road favorite. A day off today for the Rays. They will visit the New York Mets tomorrow. Start betting smarter with the betting intelligence app, Juice Reel. Download the free app today, Juice, R-E-E-L. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Attention all business owners. The raining season is coming and it's important to ensure that your property storm drains are free from debris and functioning properly. That's where Duck Duck Rooter comes in. Our powerful VACCon truck can effectively clean out your storm drains and prevent costly damage to your property from flooding. Don't let clogged storm drains ruin your business and reputation. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to schedule a cleaning before the rains hit. 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Now is the perfect time to make sure your home is protected from storms by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get $500 off a full roof replacement and $250 off roof repairs. Plus, same as cash financing for 12 months. This offer expires May 31st and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 123-0147, CBC 125-8484.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Duval! Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Did you know that weight loss surgery is the most effective solution for obesity, according to the National Institutes of Health? If you've tried everything and you're still struggling with weight loss, a procedure at Baptist Health could be your solution. Our personalized program is a center of excellence with a full team to support you every step of the way. Is it time to reclaim your health? To see if you qualify, call 904-202-SLIM or visit BaptistBariatrics.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
The PGA Championships. Hear updates and coverage of the PGA Championship. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie on 1010XL.
Get ready to take your game to the next level at Best Bet. Come and experience the best in card games, top-notch hospitality, award-winning sushi, and nonstop fun at our Jacksonville and Orange Park locations. We've got something fun for everyone. Choose from a variety of exciting poker games, including limits to suit all skill levels. If you're looking to try something new, we offer easy-to-learn games like one-card poker, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and Pai Gow. You can also place bets on thrilling simulcast races while enjoying delicious food and drinks. See why we're the go-to destination for gaming and entertainment. Go to bestbetjacks.com.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back with the football fix. Let me give you the headlines from around the weekend that was in the National Football League. It's brought to you by the Jacksonville Sharks, who are back home in the tank this weekend. E, you ready?
Oh, I can't wait.
Okay, all right. Well, Coach Jason Gibson will join us a little bit later this morning, and after this little break, they'll try and get hot here, coming off a 2-2 start. Root for Foster Morrow this training camp, this summer. The Saints yesterday saying that he absolutely has a chance to even participate in OTAs in 2 weeks. Morrow, who started his career with the Raiders, has been undergoing treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma. He signed with the Saints last week after stepping away from football earlier in the spring. Diagnosed in March when the Saints medical staff noticed symptoms of the disease while conducting his physical during a free agent visit. So,
shout out to that staff, too.
No kidding, right? And so here's to a speedy recovery. See our guy, Shaq Griffin, has a new home. Man,
You said that with a smirk.
I say he made out okay. What did he get, like a $4.5 million deal?
Yeah, like $4.5, yeah.
Not too bad. It's nothing like the sweet piece of pie the Jags dished out. 3 years, $40 million back in 2021. But just off to that terrible start last year. Remember, benched and vanquished and released in March that saved the team 13 and change. And he is signed in the division at the Houston Texans, so that's twice that Calvin Ridley's eyes should light up. Just saying. Shane Ray, a former first-round draft pick, I believe Denver?
Denver, yeah.
He's been out of the NFL since 2019. He signed with the Bills, if you want to keep your eye on that one moving forward. There's an offensive tackle with some experience, been lingering out there kind of in the free agent Netherland, and the Dolphins signed him yesterday. Former Georgia Bulldog Isaiah Wynn. He was a first-round pick by the Patriots back in 2018. Started 4 seasons at left tackle, switched to right tackle last year. So, I mean, is he going to reinvent the definition of offensive line success in Miami? No, but it would seem like at least a good piece of depth. Saying you're never too old to accomplish. Todd Bowles, 59-year-old Todd Bowles, earned his college degree over the weekend, or at least accepted his college degree that he has earned over the weekend. And I feel you, Mike McCarthy, sidelined during this offseason part of the NFL schedule with back issues, ultimately had a back procedure. And, yeah, you get to be that age. Zadarius Smith was a pass rusher that was out there and available. And not anymore. He's been traded by the Vikings. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, by the way, to the Browns. And so that's just something else percolating out there in NFL land this weekend. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Sharks and by the Joliet Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly at the home course. Getting in better and better and better shape. Don't take my word for it. Set your tee time today online at Joliet Creek Golf. And we'll be back with Hick and Rival and more next on the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com. And all this week after the football fix, with a home game in the tank, we're going to give you an opportunity to pick up a family 4-pack. So, well, appropriately enough, caller number 4 this morning will take that home. You can join E and the boys in the arena this weekend. Back with more next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's a feeling.
Do you feel it?
A buzz.
I feel it. I feel it as strongly as I've ever felt anything in my life.
A vibe.
I can feel it. I can feel it like it's right.
1010XL. Sports talk for the First Coast.
Beach towel? Check. Beach chair? Check. The Summer Starts Here sales event at Arlington Toyota? Check. Now is the time, folks, to get hot deals on even hotter Toyotas. Even better, Arlington has over 300 new Toyotas available. And with every new Toyota purchase at Arlington, you get their lifetime warranty. That's unlimited time and miles. I think this is going to be your best summer yet. Shop the Summer Starts Here sales event at Arlington Toyota today. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Live life to the fullest. You hear that all the time, but it's easier said than done when you're in pain, right? It's Hayes Carlyon with QC Kinetics. They are in the business of giving people back their quality of life and providing much-needed relief for chronic joint pain, but doing it in the most non-invasive way possible, using regenerative treatments from your body's own natural biologics. Where is your joint pain? In your knees, hips, shoulders, or back? Well, QC Kinetics concentrates these impactful treatments right at the source of your pain, directly applying healing properties where you need them most. And best of all, you walk into the office and you walk right out after treatment. No surgery, no downtime. And patients are raving about the results. So what does living life to the fullest look like to you? Whatever it is, don't wait one more day. Get started today with a call to QC Kinetics for a complimentary consultation. Call them at 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522 with locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra.
I see some of the providers out there trying to be competitive with Pet Paradise, but don't go for the imitators. Go for the innovator. For over 20 years, Pet Paradise continues to innovate, provide the best pet health care for even the pickiest pet parent. Overnight boarding, resort-style day camp, professional grooming, new-day veterinary care. Pet Paradise has all your pet care needs covered under one roof. They go above just providing premium care for their customers and pet parents. Pet Paradise gives back to their home communities. They've donated more than $700,000 to 100+ pet charities through North Florida and the U.S. Innovation and community, both part of Pet Paradise's DNA. You know, Pet Paradise was named a 2022 Best-in-Class Employer by Gallagher, ranked #1 for day camp and daycare services by Newsweek. Best pet care brands. They're right here in your backyard, and you can trust them. It's Pet Paradise. Find out more. Set your appointment at petparadise.com.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Come to Bowden Eye for all your eye care needs. Hicken here. Did you know that diabetes is a leading cause of blindness and affects up to 34 million Americans? Please don't take diabetes lightly. If you have diabetes, see your favorite Bowden Eye doc and save your vision. Bowden Eye is dedicated to the protection and preservation of the treasured gift of sight. Bowden Eye & Associates. Visit today for your personal consultation. Keeping the First Coast focused. New location now open of County Road 210 in St. Johns County.
Tobacco-Free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke, I'll never come back to smoke, I'll never come back, I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet. Is your vehicle in need of some TLC? Bring it to the experts at Tire Outlet. With over 40 years of experience and 15 locations across Florida, Tire Outlet is the brand you can trust. Our certified technicians do the job right to get you in and out in no time flat. Hurry in for great deals on tires and auto services. We offer free tire rotations, free brake inspections, rebate offers on brand name tires, and a legendary price match guarantee on every set of brand new tires. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Yo, ET here, and if you like going to the casino, then you're going to love the revamped online casino at MyBookie. They have a live casino option where you play blackjack with a real person, a live dealer, just like you're sitting at the blackjack table in Vegas. Roulette, that's my thing. And they got that too. A live casino option puts you on a table with a live person spinning the roulette wheel, just like at the casino. If you haven't checked out the new live casino option yet, go to mybookie.ag now and see what I'm talking about. I've been playing all last week and it's awesome. If you like to play Pai Gow Poker or Ultimate Texas Hold'em here locally, then now you can play from the comfort of your own home. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas vibe, and the best part is, you don't even have to wear pants, my boy. Of course you get a generous sign-up bonus using the promo code 1010XL. That's promo code 1010XL to secure a sweet deposit bonus. Sign up today at MyBookie and check out their revamped online casino. Take it from me and check out the live casino tab for blackjack and roulette. Play anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody. This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by Andy's Automotive and Truck Services. I'm ET. Head coach Doug Peterson recently met with the media and spoke on the Week 2 home opener against Kansas City.
You know, it's a great home opener for us. Obviously, we went there twice last year, Super Bowl, team, obviously, and we know them, they know us, and should be a good game, and we look forward to it.
Your Jacksonville Jaguars open up the season on the road as they face the Indianapolis Colts. Also, they will be premiered in 3 primetime games, including a Monday nighter against the Bengals and a Sunday nighter against the Ravens. Currently, it's 7:03 and it's 70 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cool with Bueller. Stay tuned because the Dan Hicken Arrival and more is next right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Jump! You know it!
Might as well jaw.
Yes, sir! I got a case of the moon days.
You do? Well, I get it.
I get up! Nothing brings me down.
This is hitting the sweet spot here. This is Van Halen from back in the day now.
He broke that thing
Look
out.
at him. He loves to play air anything. He'll play the air drums, the air guitar. Oh, look at that's actually one of your better efforts, to be honest.
Yeah.
That kind of actually
Like
looks
that
like
one? Yeah,
that one
good.
looks. There's been many times you don't look like you're playing the guitar. You look like you're just flailing around. But that one, I think you may have.
I had it.
Hit the right notes.
My dog was in character.
I was not messing around there.
I was hitting some chords.
You're playing lead there, my friend.
So anyway,
Taking it for a walk.
As I often tell you guys,
Yeah.
and jump on you about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like to come up with NBA observations. My season ended for the Knicks. They played a gritty, gutty game at least. They went out swinging.
You picked a win on Friday morning.
Oh yeah, I did.
I blocked that when you brought that in. I swatted that out.
I was close.
Yeah, they played them all.
I hung in there.
The Heat. It's just 3 out of 4 years in the East Conference Finals. You don't think of them like that.
No, you just don't.
Yeah.
And they beat the Celtics in the bubble.
In the bubble and lost to them last year. In the Eastern Conference Finals.
But anyway, so like I said, I've been spot on with a lot of my observations, and again, I wanted to come out and reiterate what I said a couple weeks ago about what I thought about how good Jason Tatum is.
I told
that
you.
I felt like he's one of the very best in the. Is that what I said? I'm trying to remember.
I told you. You know how we opened the show today? I said, if you're driving out there on San Pablo, if you hear some. That's Dan backpedaling out of bed today. Backpedaling out to his car. I knew the backpedal would be in place.
Dead on that one.
Yeah. And we tried to tell him, didn't we?
About time he had a game.
Yeah, I know.
Of course, it leaves so many questions for Philly. And, Doc Rivers, they also say 10 Game 7 losses. He also has 6 Game 7 wins, but they don't mention those.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he has lost like 5 in a row, and he's just.
Well, the Sixers can't even get to the conference finals.
In elimination games, he's terrible. He's like 17-34 when he's up and can eliminate the other team. So, I suspect he'll be out if Budenholzer and Monty are out.
The NBA's lost its mind. with these
I
coaches.
said that the other. What do you?
You ready for this though?
I
When it
guess
comes
you just want to change this. Like Monty Williams is going to get hired like this.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Budenholzer's going to get hired like that.
You know what should happen? the Bucks should hire Williams, and the Suns
Yeah.
should hire Budenholzer.
There you go.
Why not? I mean,
Why
it's two
not?
really
They're
good
just
coaches.
going to shuffle.
Yeah, just flip.
I'd rather have either one of them than Doc, by the way, but I wouldn't fire Doc. Just let him.
No.
It's not Doc's
Doc won a
fault.
championship.
Right, in Boston.
So.
Yeah, but you ready for this one when it
And
comes?
then the worst was
Okay.
though.
Oh.
The worst was Embiid after the game.
Yeah, dare say it's other people. You had the
Oh
worst
my
game
God,
of the
dude,
series.
bro.
Yeah, stop it.
You and Jimmy did
Yeah.
not exactly come to
Yeah.
play.
Can't do it by themselves, he said. Really?
Woo.
Yeah, Embiid was a joke yesterday, and Jokic is the MVP. We need to go back to my system.
Well, yeah.
I want to blow your mind, though, when it comes to the Sixers. You ready for this one? I'm going to take you back just, 5 short years ago when the Sixers traded up to draft Markelle Fultz, number 1 overall. You know who went number 3 in that draft? Jason Tatum. So these morons could be sitting there with Embiid and Tatum. They traded up to get Markelle Fultz.
Where were they picking?
I don't know, but they traded up to number 1. They could have taken anyone they wanted.
Yeah. Ooh.
So there's that. Okay, I'll also give you this one.
Trust the process.
Remember when Kawhi hit the corner jumper to beat him in the semis?
Yeah.
You know who? That was 2019, not long ago.
Yeah.
You know who walked off the floor with the Sixers that day?
Who?
Jimmy Butler. I mean, these guys have had unbelievable talent right there on. What if they keep Tatum and Butler and Embiid? They're winning it. And instead they go for these soft shells, the Ben Simmons and James Hardens of the world, who are doomed to collapse when the pressure hits them. So if I'm a Sixer fan, I'm mad at Embiid this morning. James Harden, you can't live in our city anymore, so you gone. But we have a team that elected to take Fultz over Tatum and had Jimmy Butler and let him walk.
Yeah.
And I can't
A
remember.
lot of teams had Jimmy Butler and let him walk,
Yeah,
right?
they all made mistakes.
Jimmy
didn't they?
Butler, by the way, was not great in the Knicks series.
No, but he had a big game.
Brunson outplayed him, just
Yeah.
for the record. I mean, Brunson was much better than Jimmy Butler.
But
So,
Jimmy's Butler's team won the series
That's correct.
4-2, and there's no one else on that team. So he may not have played good, but he probably played better than you think.
Or maybe yeah.
Wasn't he hurt that series too, or no?
Yes.
Yeah. That was the Knicks series. He missed a game even.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slowed down.
I will root for the Heat over the Celtics.
I will root for the Celtics.
Yeah.
I hate the
I know you do. I don't like the Celtics.
Celtics
dude.
Nuggets. Let's go.
I wouldn't mind
The ugliest final.
the fan in me, the roots for the brand names to me, but I don't like either one of those teams. So a Celtics Lakers is going to take me out of any rooting interest.
Yeah.
I'll probably go back to the day. Like I was a Celtic guy back in the day when it was.
Yeah, see, I was a
Magic.
Laker guy,
Yeah.
so I wonder who I would
We've
root
talked
for
about
if they
that.
played. But anyway, rookie mini camp over the weekend. So our 1-to-1 financial poll question today, other than the starting right tackle, Anton Harrison, who we know is, which rookie are you expecting the most from this year? In other words, which rookie is going to be the biggest contributor? I give you 4 options. And I think I have a good one here.
This is an easy one to me.
Bigsby, Strange, Abdullah, or Antonio Johnson. And I have 400 votes already at Dan Hickett if you'd like to vote.
I think
Bigsby, Strange, Abdullah, or Johnson.
I think the opinion is close to fact here. I think one of those guys is set up to be way more productive because of his role, and that's Bigsby. And I would think that most people would think it would be the running back.
400 votes, 31.4 Bigsby, 27.4 Strange, 27.4 Abdullah, 13.8 Johnson.
Well, to be honest with you, they just went right down the draft order.
Well, Strange was ahead of Bigsby.
Well, except for the
So,
Bigsby.
yeah.
Bigsby, though, is just, we see where the Tank nickname came from.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, like, waist down. Dude's built like Quadzilla.
Yeah.
And look, we often caution with our, grizzled veteran training camp observations
Mm-hmm.
that you got to be a little bit careful what you're seeing at this time of year without pads. I mean, it's a physical game. We still have like 8 ladders of the physicality ladder to climb, 8 rungs to climb, right? You got the rookies here. Then you're going to have the full team with no pads. Then you're going to have the full team with shells. Then you're going to have full team with pads.
Right.
Then you're going to practice against another team. Then you're going to play a preseason game. And then by the time you get to the regular season, there's just no comparing that to what you saw this weekend. But there are certain positions that play in space that you can maybe start to draw some conclusions. And so what Bigsby showed, I think, in the passing game, from all reports of this weekend workout, it looks like he has a similar skill set to to ETN, and imagine if they nailed this, and when ETN trots off and Bigsby trots on, it's the same guy.
I know, it's
But it's early
so early.
for sure.
So early.
Like the Abdullah Harrison matchup, I have a hard time taking that seriously when one's a
I
Russian.
watched Tyler Lacey and team drills.
Right. But I don't want to downplay it either. It's fun to get out and watch.
Sure,
So don't get me wrong. And 1010XL, well deserved, has 2 or 3 or 4 people out there that are giving you, reports and updates. Look for them on YouTube or Twitter or anywhere else. So I mean, look, I get it.
Big news on the home front. The crystal picture worked. Don't ask me why.
Oh,
maybe when the light got on
poo-pooed it so bad.
Oh, she loved it. So it was a win, a big win.
And did I ruin it? Did she hear anything that morning?
No.
Got kind of mad at me Friday. Remember that?
No, she doesn't listen.
Well,
so
they know better.
Yeah. So it was a huge.
Nothing good to hear here.
No.
It was a success.
Huge W.
Oh, there
I mean,
you go.
So,
well, look for you. Look.
Yeah. So that,
Awesome.
along with the ice maker.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, it was a great Mother's Day.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a Mother's Day much more relaxing than a Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
We had plans to go out with my mother on Tuesday night, so didn't feel compelled to drive down and spend time with Mom yesterday. We're doing Mother's Day on Tuesday night, and Mrs. P, who has a couple of moms and kids of her own that don't live at the house, she took off about noon, and Daddy just stayed home and watched sports, baby. Much more relaxing than any Father's Day I can remember.
And then, but the big winner on Mother's Day was the Guggen's wife, E. You saw this, right? And he thanked the drill for the hit song from Mr. T.
Mother.
He sang it with his son to his wife and put it on social media.
Well, see what we've done?
It was a tremendous effort by him.
That's what we do here.
I felt kind of like I'm glad that happened because I didn't feel E completely on board with the Mr. T song.
Yeah.
It's the first time I felt E.T. saying, "What are these 2 old idiots doing? What is this? Isn't
Mother.
This isn't funny at
There
all."
is no other.
And look at
M
the
is
impact.
for the
So
moan
now
that you made and grown.
Yeah.
When I was boned.
No, from the pain when I was boned.
Boned, grown, moaned.
Yeah.
He was
M
so
is for the.
He also,
so he didn't trust us on that one. So I think we earned a little layer of trust on that.
Yeah.
I could tell. I could read him in there. He pulling this. This is stupid. He's saying.
I spent some time in the truck with the young son this weekend, and so I went and learned a couple things about music.
Okay.
That I'm going to share with both of you and the listening audience right now. As we're starting to wrap up school, by the way, kids are starting to kind of put the wraps on this school year. They're heading for summer, the greatest time of year for the youth of America. But one, I have a new favorite Morgan Wallen song, and I'm going to play that for you when we come back.
Oh.
It's terrific.
98 Braves?
You got it.
I mean, that's just so. I mean,
that's so good.
You want to talk about piling on? The Braves just played the 3 sloppiest.
How did you know? I thought you didn't know Morgan Wallen.
No, I told you about Morgan Wallen. No, but the Braves just played the 3 sloppiest games they played since 1977.
I will say this.
Absolute slop fest. We've got 3 starters. We got a bullpen and a closer who stinks.
You'll be fine.
We're going to tread water at 500. We got
10 games over. Just
don't you worry.
Shut up. You're fine. But I will say this.
Me?
I did flip on the end of the Braves game yesterday while Brooksy's girlfriend was there, Braves fan. And I said, "Oh, this is going to be tough for you." And she said, "Why?" I said, "Because the Jays are going to score 2." And then Vlad hit one, and I'm like, "That's a home run." And, of course, he didn't run it out. So the chubby one was at first base, and I was miffed at him for not running, right? And then but they walked a guy. Oh, your closer's back, right? And he was a little.
He's no good. All 3 games we lost. But we made errors yesterday.
Yeah. Anyway, they ended up getting a walk-off.
Sloppy.
Yeah. But so 98 Braves is a terrific song. I like the words to that one. But then my new favorite song, if you could cue up TT from Bad Bunny. This is a hot and a happening song. Do you know this tune?
I don't think so.
Does our intern know this? No? Yeah, Bad Bunny, TT, T-I-T-I. I said it incorrectly earlier when I was talking to my son, and he correctly informed me that's not.
The word that you're not afraid to say. You've said that word on it. Why'd you?
Yeah.
Why pause? You've said it. You've blurted that word out here on this air a million times.
I don't know.
It's like your guilty pleasure. That in some idiotic TV show that you like to reference.
Schitt's Creek.
That one. You can't say that on the radio.
Why not? This is TT.
Who's
from Bad Bunny? Soak it in for just a minute.
Is he actually? Is it TT actually, or is it Ty? You just got to check with this guy. Do you know TT? Oh, look at him dancing.
Oh, WMD, baby. Oh, yeah.
You take it, Bad.
Yeah. I don't know. It slaps, though. It slaps.
This is with Bad Bunny?
This is Bad Bunny.
It slaps.
With TT.
Yeah.
Huh?
What's the deal with the
Don't
song?
tell me I ain't hip.
What's the story? No story.
Tell
You
you,
just
it's a
like
hot
the
song.
song.
Bad Bunny.
It's catchy.
TT.
You just like this song. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
This is my groove. Caught a little Bad Bunny this weekend is what I did.
You. I mean, it must be your fascination with the Kardashians. She's with one of those. She's with what? What's
She went
Kendall?
Kendall.
Yeah, she went to the Laker game.
Yeah, they both were at the Lakers.
They do that a lot. Yeah.
Star-studded.
Thank God they weren't playing the Suns. That would have been uncomfortable.
Those girls can't go anywhere without it being uncomfortable.
Well, that's
Everywhere
fair.
they go, they are with someone, and they are at some
point.
place where they've already dated a couple that are in the
true.
crowd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, comfort ain't exactly smooth flowing.
I got a lot of observations
Oh,
from the weekend, though,
look
that
at
we'll
you.
continue to make throughout the day. There's some good stuff
I like that.
that we'll talk about. We got the 10-minute drill coming up next,
We
I
do.
believe. So
Yeah,
we'll
so-
save it for that.
Okay,
Because it's really fresh and good.
Well, I mean, we're first up, out of the gates here on a Monday morning.
Making
It should
impressions,
be.
giving people things to talk about.
Okay.
Things to think about, things to discuss with their
Is
friends.
that your goal when you come in every morning, or today?
No, today
more
my
particular?
goal was to get some Bad Bunny on the air.
Well, and you
I
did.
accomplished
I
that
mean,
goal. I could go now and be happy.
Okay. Well, we're not going to let you go, but
Yeah.
you will continue to be happy. Breakfast with Baselli, speaking of happy
Oh.
guys, coming up in 40 minutes, so we'll talk to him a little bit about
Okay.
just what we can glean from this portion of the NFL's offseason calendar. And content heavy, again, on a Monday morning.
Content
Yeah,
heavy.
that's what we are, content heavy
Content heavy
on the Monday morning
in the middle of May.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You watch baseball, man. There are some crazy things going on in the world of baseball right now, and at every level. I mean, my gosh, we had some sort of dirt devil at Fort Caroline yesterday. Did you catch that thing out? Little catcher sitting there, all of a sudden, the wind starts blowing like a mini tornado. I got a high school baseball brawl in Tennessee, and I was thinking about it again. I keep going on harping this baseball, but there's a little inner war going on with baseball with the let's have fun gang versus the play by the old rules and standards gang. And yesterday in the big leagues, Bryce Harper got miffed at the Rockies pitcher because the Rockies pitcher clapped his glove and made a big deal out of it. Oh, so we got benches clearing. Hey, baseball, stop clearing benches unless we're really going to fight, okay? Take a page from the hockey guys.
At Ameris Bank, we're invested in the success of your business. Our local bankers are ready to help you improve your cash flow, optimize your operating accounts, and access financing when you need it. From treasury services and digital banking to loans and lines of credit, we offer tailored solutions to help your business thrive. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. Visit amerisbank.com/withyourbusiness or walk into one of our branches today to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
All Weather Contractors is hiring experienced commercial construction team members now. If you want the most competitive pay for your experience, eager for opportunity and advancement, and if bonuses, benefits, 401k programs, and employee stock ownership opportunities sound appealing, we should talk. We're a full-service multifamily and commercial construction company focused on building better careers for people with a purpose. Build a better career in the commercial construction industry. Apply online at allweathercontractors.com today.
Hey, come to Bound Eye for all your eye care need. Hicken here. Did you know that diabetes is a leading cause of blindness? Affects up to 34 million Americans. Hey, don't take diabetes lightly. If you have diabetes, see your favorite Bowden Eye doc and save your vision. Bowden Eye, dedicated to the protection and preservation of the treasured gift of sight. Bowden Eye and Associates. Visit today for your personal consultation. Bowden Eye. You know what they do? They keep the First Coast focused. Bowden Eye, they got a new location now open off County Road 210 over there in St. Johns County.
Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Golfers, swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops. We've been serving golfers since 1968. Let us help you find the hottest gear from bags, balls, shoes, and apparel. All in stock at the best prices. Come in and test drive the latest arrivals from Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Ping, and more. While you're there, get custom fit by one of our golf experts. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Shop us in store or online at EdwinWattsGolfShops.com.
The PGA Championships. Hear updates and coverage of the PGA Championship. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast and MyBookie on 1010XL.
Sportsmen, shooting enthusiasts, and public safety professionals. For over 50 years, we have been your #1 stop best prices on apparel, holsters, flashlights, and more. Look no further than GT Distributors. Celebrate GT Day's sales event with the best prices on everything you need to gear up. This is going to be bigger than ever, and it's happening only at GT Distributors, Friday and Saturday, May 19th and 20th. 2 days only, and you'll save 20% off select brands. That's 20% off top brands like Gerber, Safariland, and Magpul. Come meet factory reps, hourly door prizes, and a firearm giveaway on both days. Don't miss this huge store-wide event. GT Days, May 19th and 20th at GT Distributors, 2285 Kingsley Avenue, Suite A2 in Orange Park. Showroom hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit gtdist.com. Restrictions apply. Sale excludes guns, ammo, optics, Surefire, Wellen.
Dave Benyon here with Zero Res. I love living in Jacksonville, where we have so many families who serve or have served in the military. I am so grateful for their sacrifice to keep us safe. If you have a family member who is on active duty or is a veteran, now is the time to call Zero Res. Right now, get a 25% military discount on everything we clean. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, tile and grout, upholstery, or oriental rugs. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
Oh boy, it's golf majors time again, and the PGA Championship is back this week. And again, we have the PGA Heroes versus the Live Villains. So get your golf bets in now at MyBookie. ET here, and if you haven't signed up yet, you need to. This is going to be must-see TV, and you can bet long odds with big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners and long odds, and they hit. But the real fun is live betting. You can live bet golf every day, Thursday through Sunday. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet for MyBookie, go ahead and do it now for the PGA Championship. Take advantage of crazy boosted odds. MyBookie is the only online sports book that make you feel like you just hit the sweet spot every single time. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure your first deposit bonus of $100. It's that simple. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus betting with MyBookie. Bet the PGA Championship anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
I don't know how we can top the last segment, but we're going to try here on a Monday. We've gone from Bad Bunny to Dirt Devil. Is that what that's called? And have you ever seen that before? Yeah, I'm showing this Dirt Devil that we showed on TV last night. Fort Caroline was playing Ponte Vedra over at Fort Caroline, 7U game. So little kids. And right at home plate, the catcher standing over home plate. Batter just walks off, but the catcher's like caught up in this, like, honest to God, it's like a little chute of air blowing up with dirt everywhere. And the umpire, young kid, plays at Sandalwood High School, I was told, rolls in, grabs the catcher, saves his life. Probably not.
The umpire plays at Sandalwood High School? Okay.
Yeah, young kid. Shout out to him. The parents were probably screaming at him previously, but
Don't
right
know
here,
if
it
was life-saving.
Right here, he's an American hero.
Yeah.
I kind of liken it along the line when I was an American hero and walked to work one day.
And he rode the
Tony
whole
went
way.
crazy.
Yeah. It's because people would pick him up and ride him after.
Tony went wild.
He did not like you being called a hero for
People
that.
were all
You're
happy.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back
I
you on
set
that
out from my home to protest the cost of gas and walk to work.
That scene from that.
But that's not about this. This is about the Dirt Devil. I need how does that happen?
It was just a little gust of wind.
It's not a little gust of wind going straight up in one little tiny spot.
What you want me to tell you? The kid's possessed. I mean, what are the other options here? That looks like something out of a freaking horror movie. I'd like to move along. It circled like right around this dude, like he was the fulcrum of all evil.
He saved the catcher.
Huh? Not the umpire.
No, I know.
I'm talking about the catcher, that poor little kid. I don't know. Is he possessed? What's going
he's not
on?
Possessed.
It popped right around him like some sort of
did.
flame from
What is that?
From Hades.
What is that
It
Dirt
looked real
Devil?
X-Men.
It like put him right, or maybe that's it. I should not have him possessed. Maybe he's a superhero.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Shazam, or who was it? Isis, Almighty Isis, that would spin around. Who spins around like? Is it Wonder Woman? Who is it?
No one knows.
Somebody spins around real fast and they change into costume. Anyway.
I'm tweeting out a local ump is an American hero.
I give the umps a lot. By the way, I don't criticize these umps. God bless these guys dealing with the
That's a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's doing his job and then some. All right, I have a couple of observations.
What do you got?
We're going to have to make a shift in some terminology.
Okay.
And then just kind of an ode a little bit as well. But so I went out. I went
ODE.
Okay, first of all, I'm retiring now, as of now.
Uh-huh.
The young man is about to graduate.
Mhm.
I watched him just rocket that Wolfson pitching staff on Friday. I mean, the kid just roped one to the gap and left, scored the first run of the game. And then he blistered one through the right side later, went 2 for 3. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Is that Boy King?
Yeah, he's been sleeping on the Boy King is what's been happening.
That was
over the other day. It's like Bryce freaking Harper has gone back to high school. So there's that.
By the way, a lot of whispers in the stands afterwards about your weight loss.
Oh, really?
Which, of course, we don't notice.
Yeah, y'all don't notice because.
But they're like, "Oh my God, Jeff, is he okay?"
Wow. So I don't notice
He's
it
lost
either.
a lot of weight.
Yeah. 25 pounds.
Oh no, you
Yeah.
can't tell because you were always skinny fat guy.
Correct.
So,
but to your point, you're right. When we sit here each and every day, you don't notice. Well, anyway, okay.
But continue.
Oh,
he's skinny. What happened?
There's nothing wrong with him. He's finally showed. It took him 55 years to show any discipline. People, give him some credit. Huh? How many times we try to lose weight, Hick?
A lot.
More discipline this time than every other time combined by a mile.
Not coming back.
No, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Continue.
I'm going to this moniker, this nickname was placed with great reason. Now some 16 years ago when we were over at 1460 and I dubbed him the Boy King as
guy.
The kid was about to have his second birthday and they had Brooksapalooza playing.
Brooksapalooza.
I mean, they were
always a big weekend.
They were going it was a whole and the kid if you asked him today, you called him, he wouldn't know what we're talking about.
No.
He wouldn't remember it. But your new parents and a lot of you new parents out there, you go crazy on their first and second and third
loved her
birthdays,
baby boy.
even though they would never remember it, right?
Yeah.
So he was, the Boy King. I dubbed him the Boy King there. It stuck through all these years. I mean, he's a graduating young man now.
Yeah.
And he's the king now, so you can call him King because here's what's happened now. See, now I got a little grandbaby, okay?
Yeah.
And he's a little fella. And his daddy's taking him basically just calling him the boy, right?
Okay.
I'm bringing the boy over. I got to get the boy, or the
All
boy
right.
this, the boy that.
All right.
And I'm really, really close. You can take it to instilling the Boy King on the little grandchild, right? It's like Lion King. It's like a passing of the generation.
I'm fine with that.
Because he's not the Boy King anymore.
No.
He's a young man. He's the king.
I'm okay. I'm fine with that.
And I was going to take it one more level. There's only certain times in life where you can kind of reset your identity, okay? And going from high school to college is one of those. So I would like him, when they officially at FCJ, ask him, what do you want to go at? What is your name? I want him to say King Hicken. I would like him to change his name to King. There's only certain times you get this reset. It's more. There have been plenty of Kings through the years.
Yeah.
Right? King Rice, a point guard for
King Rice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Willie
Who's
Jackson.
Willie's kid?
Yeah, I was going to say,
Sir?
He may have named a kid King at some point.
Was it King or Sir?
Well, he had a Sir, but
He
I
definitely
think
had a Sir.
He may have had a King also.
He may have had a King.
So, yeah, now that I'm going to reclaim.
By the way, Willie's the new football coach at PK Young.
No, I didn't. Good for him. So while I'm going to reclaim the moniker the Boy King, I'm going to bestow it on just another passing of the torch.
Have no problem with that. Not going to.
He's not going to go with King?
No.
What if I?
But
Could I get to it? That's not his natural personality, but I think it might be a good marketing gig. I mean, we're going off now. It's time to expand them. Maybe get him a little TikTok account. Get this thing firing.
I don't think we're going to get much TikToking done. Although if we could make some money out of it.
But anyway, it was fun. It was good. That was a great birthday for you. You had a birthday on Friday. The kid played great. I'm sure you had a nice dinner afterwards.
Yeah, we had a good time.
It was good to get out and see him play. And
appreciate you coming. Mrs. P as well.
I'll give a shout out to Wolfson just from the standpoint they brought a lot of fans.
That was great.
They were very polite. They were well behaved.
Brooks is playing with like 3 of them.
Travel
from this summer. Just more just games type stuff. Yeah. Because they're going into college now. But the kid who, and by the way, Brooks told me the 2 kids who came on. I think you were right.
Yeah.
About the 2 kids
who
would
like
come
1 and
on the
2
show.
or 2 and 3 in the line.
But anyway, the one kid who showed bunt
and hit it. What happened on that ball?
Okay, so the left field.
I had purchased. I didn't know this obstructed view seats. So I was.
By the way, how much did you pay for the tickets?
I walked right in again. That's 2 in a row.
2
in a row. Mrs. P and I just walked right in, like the stadium was named after us.
No.
And by the way, $10 in hand. No one looked. We just walked right in. I know what to tell you.
In a state playoff game.
That just right in. That's 2.
Little extra. $7 a ticket now.
Oh, so it saved even.
But again, if you'd call, I could have purchased them for you.
Well, that's okay. It sounds like it's a winner.
It's a hassle on the app and all of that.
You can't pay cash.
Okay, well then.
So it wouldn't have worked. You would have had to go. You got to go Q code and
there you
pop that GoFan up there. And
I do want to be clear on the difference.
Yeah.
Last time it caught me off guard and we snuck in.
This
because
time was
we were
out
broke.
thievery.
No, this time the plan was to play. We literally had $20 in my hand and I got to the gate. There was no one around.
Oh, there's nobody there.
Yeah, there was no one there.
Oh.
So I didn't blow by.
If somebody was there, they would have made him download the app and buy the ticket.
That's fine.
Right.
I would have. I would have done that.
It was a huge crowd. It was.
Fun. But yeah, the Wilson kids that we had on.
Oh yeah. So anyway, so the one kid who. So what happened on the play?
Yeah,
we had
obstructed
view.
Play.
Yeah. The kid was showing bunt, and he butchered. He pulled back and
the other
hit
guy
it.
probably came in to cover third or something.
No, the left fielder. The kid's not a big kid. The kid who hit it.
No, right. I was surprised.
So the left
he had that
fielder
pop.
said, "I'm not letting him drop one in here." He came in.
Yeah.
And that ball kept going
just
up
went over
and
his
up
head.
and up and went over his
Wasn't
head.
misplayed,
No,
just
he turned and hightailed it. He couldn't get to it. It went to the fence.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid showed bunt, pulled back, and whacked it.
And
Brooks asked him, he said, "I've never hit a ball like that." I couldn't.
I was going to say he wasn't a big kid. I don't want to say he's little. He's not a little kid.
No, he's a good player though. But Wolfson was a very good. It's a great program. Their coach is a good dude, and
they were very
battled.
good sportsmanship. Their fans were as good of a visiting crew as I've ever seen. You know, that can get ugly sometimes.
Yeah.
It wasn't. And,
no, it was a shout out.
So
it was,
good and good for Providence. So I guess now you're what, 1 win away from the Final Four?
Right.
Well, good for you.
Right. So we play tomorrow night. Speaking of baseball, there's a kid at UNF, Aiden Sweat. I think he played second base yesterday, and he made a catch like in left center.
Sports Center top 10.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Okay, how good was that catch?
Yeah, he sprinted out and kind of slid out.
Yeah, but shout out to him. I thought that was I mean, that was.
I would suggest
he's like the Willie Mays of infield.
I would suggest the Atlanta Braves just play that on a loop on the plane ride down to Texas, either this morning or last night. Yesterday, Major League Baseball, purportedly, allegedly one of the better teams in baseball, not once but twice failed to corral a pop fly between the infield and the outfield.
Oh,
and
really?
I don't mean let it fall. I mean bumbled into each other like a bunch of clowns. Shameful baseball this weekend for my baseball team. Hey, I'm gonna go with something right now, okay? Yeah. I'm gonna go with this because the reverse mush could not have worked any better this weekend, but I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I know they've won a couple, but this series is over. Shout out to the Icemen.
Yeah.
They fought back. They were down
Tonight.
3-0, and they won 2 more. They won the last 2 on the road.
Yeah.
And so now they come home, and they got 2 at home, right?
Yeah.
So,
Tonight. They go tonight.
We declared the series over Friday morning when they fell behind 3-0.
We might want to go get ourselves a bottle of hen and head over there.
Oh,
well.
Play tonight?
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, is it back-to-back?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if it's tomorrow. I think
But they do play tonight to stay alive, make it 3-3. You don't come back from 3-0, but when you do, it's hockey. But I don't think the Kelly Cup has happened. In fact, I may have read that somewhere.
No, I think it's happened a couple times in ECHL history.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But
As they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
But it happens in the NHL. I mean, not a ton, but it happens. On to the NHL, Hick. I'd be so ticked if I were you or a fan of the St. Louis Blues or the Dallas Stars or the Los Angeles Kings, if I were a fan of the Winnipeg Jets or the Toronto Maple Leafs. I would just be ticked.
I know.
Because I would sit there and say, hold on now. We've been playing hockey for 100 years. How can Vegas get a team 2 weeks ago and be in the Western Conference Finals 2 times in 4 years? How can the Seattle Kraken, who's been in the league for 5 minutes, so either the Kraken or Vegas is going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals, the Kraken in their second year, and don't sell me it certainly is not set up for an expansion team to be better than those that already have their nucleus. So anyway, well, they get this, that, and the other. That doesn't matter. You should be way behind. If you come in as an expansion team, it should take years just to make the playoffs.
Seattle still has to beat Dallas. I think Dallas is.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Is it Game 7?
Yeah.
It's Game
You're
7
right.
tonight.
Well, the Kraken are a game away. My bad. But the Vegas last night.
Oh, yeah, they eliminated very good Edmonton.
And by the way, the Draisaitl, is that how you say his name?
Leon Draisaitl.
When James Harden the last 4 games didn't score a point the last 3 or 4 games of the series.
It's weird,
but
man.
I would be so ticked if I were the fan of a team who's been around forever.
I know.
And you're telling me you idiots can't put me a winner on the ice, and these guys have been around for like a day?
You know the coach is Vegas is, right?
Is it Cassidy?
Yeah, it's Butch.
Yeah. A former Lizard Kings, I believe. He coached here. Yeah.
Correct.
So, yeah. And then there's John Morant, dude. And I mean, not to be name-calling or don't soft-sell this. John's just a moron, bro.
I don't know. Something's not right in that head of his. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's trying to. I mean,
so irresponsible.
Yeah, dumb comes.
It's so irresponsible. It's just irresponsible.
I don't want to say all those words that we're using though, because to me it has to. There's mentally.
I don't know.
Something wrong here.
I don't know. He's just immature.
Yeah,
that's can't be that immature,
yeah, you
bro.
Can. Yeah, you can.
Wow.
You can. You can.
You understand that he is going to be suspended for like 25 games and it started next year now. I'd trade him if I was Memphis.
What are you going to get for him?
I read some.
I hate Trae Young. I wouldn't trade him for John Morant, who's a better player.
Yeah,
I can't have that guy near my team. He's completely unreliable. But E and I talked a little bit in the 6 o'clock hour. You know, there's a bigger message here. There are so many young, African-American kids that are trying their damnedest, and their mamas and daddies are trying their damnedest to get them out of that kind of lifestyle. This riding around, flashing pieces, acting like it, trying their damnedest to escape that life. Yeah. And here's the guy's got everything in front of him, and he's, promoting it like it's a TV show.
He's not from that life either.
Exactly.
No. That's the other thing about Ja.
It's just, and look, and by the way, E, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mean to, I'm not going to speak in, be an expert, But isn't it more, like, NBA seems more incumbent than any of the other sports even.
Yes.
When these guys, you see them, their whole face, you see them, there's no helmet, no hat, not some sport you don't watch.
Way more recognizable, yep.
Whoever was driving that car is not a friend of Ja Morant.
Dude, that's the same dude who had the guy in the scope with the laser who's banned from the game.
He needs to get away from that guy.
It's just dumb at this point.
I don't know.
Just dumb. It's just dumb.
And it's not, again, and people are like, and I see people, of course we got to debate, well, what, he didn't do anything illegal, blah, blah, blah. I get all that. He works for the NBA. NBA has a standard. It's just like the NFL. I mean, they told him. He said, okay. He went and got help, and obviously the help didn't take.
And then, like, if you look at the video, to the driver's chagrin, he didn't know that Ja was going to pull that gun.
No.
Right.
So
he immediately went,
He immediately turned it up. Right.
How can Ja, at this stage, with the overwhelming condemnation the first time, think that it's cool to do that. I mean, what are you even doing?
That's what the kids do, man. They think it's cool.
And then it just keeps regenerating itself when a guy like that in the position that he is that could be spreading such an opposite message does that. It makes it worse.
I read somewhere that he could potentially lose over $100 million.
Yeah, listen, we had the Dan Hicken NBA draft lottery party for that draft. And right off the rip, it was just utter disdain that Zion, Ja, and RJ, and right now I take RJ over either of them. I mean, Zion's Stephen A. said it. Zion's body and Ja's stupidity, and RJ might be the best pick of the three.
Wow.
RJ had he didn't play great in Game 6, but he had a real good playoff run for us. And
all I got to do is be available.
Man, oh, man, I just, yeah, the NBA is going to sit him down now for like a quarter of the season next year. Like, we got this in our rearview mirror, Ja. Let's move forward now. We're okay. We want to build around you. And
you just got a signature shoe from Nike.
What are you doing?
Oh, man.
Yeah, but anyway.
It's over the dumbest thing. What are you doing? That's the thing. It's no different than, hey, Ja, don't wear this hat. Or, hey, Ja, don't drive this kind of car. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And by the way he's throwing that, I hope to God that thing's unloaded.
That's another good
Because the way he's throwing it around, he's like pointing it at his head almost.
Yeah, he was pointing at his head.
That guy's a moron, bro.
Yeah, the next thing is he accidentally shoots and kills his friend or himself.
That's the next question is, whose gun is it? Is it his gun or is it his friend's gun?
Right. So, anyway, yeah, the NBA will get to that whenever he's been suspended. I got a kick out of the Grizzlies. Suspended from all team activities. What activities? Season's over. What activities are there? We got the end of the year barbecue? What are we doing? You can't come? College baseball yesterday. Great weekend for the Gators. They victorious sweep Vanderbilt, who was and in so doing moving to first place in the SEC East. And if they can get pitching like that from their relief core, they are a viable threat to get to Omaha because they can hit. Langford had a couple home runs yesterday. Jack Taney didn't hit particularly well, but my God, he pitched the best game of his life yesterday through a one-hitter. I mean, this kid from the left side is dialing it up at 99, Pros. I mean, I don't know how he's not the best player in college baseball. So
he is. He's probably going to win the Golden Spikes, isn't he?
I don't know. Well, the kid at LSU is awful good. And
well, he's the number one. LSU might have the top two picks, but
yeah,
that doesn't mean they're what they're doing in this season.
No. So anyway, but it was huge for Florida to win. It's just about time for you to now start paying attention.
Yeah.
Because
to the SEC tournament, I might give it a look.
I think we got one series left with Kentucky, and then we go from there. And I also noticed this yesterday. There was softball selection show on.
Did Florida not make the field?
No, they made it, but they're going to Stanford.
Are they any good? They must not be good this year.
They're no good.
What happened?
They don't have the pitching because they got the SEC Player of the Year, but they don't have the pitching. But I did notice this stat: Oklahoma, 51-1.
Yeah. They mash too, don't they?
51-1. I mean, and they've won like the last two Women's College World Series. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say they must be the favorite. E, do we have a prize pack?
Sure do.
What are we handing out this week, my friend?
We got a $25 gift card to one of my favorite spots, Mr. Chubby's Wings.
Oh, yeah.
Plus $20 towards an oil change or service at Famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube.
That's a grand total of $45 worth of prizes, ladies and gentlemen, that we're handing out right here, right now. 641-1010. Be kind, be courteous, and be correct, and you will be a winner with E as we turn our attention towards the 8 o'clock hour and Breakfast with Baselli.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get more Jaguars coverage from Jacksonville's sports superstation.
That is, Jags on 3, baby. 1, 2, 3, Jags!
1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Jacksonville has some junk, and J-Dog is removing it. They're here to do the dirty work. You don't want to remove and dispose of large furniture or appliances yourself? Call J-Dog. Here now, proudly serving you, removing junk from your home or business. They can even handle small demolition projects, and they're still donating local items to veterans in need. So let J-Dog do the dirty work for you. J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran-owned and operated. JDog.com.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatment of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
At Kubota, they want to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You've got work to do. They've got the reliable, durable, and versatile lineup to help you do it. Visit Coastal Equipment today for all your equipment needs.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on Southside near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. Two great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
Enjoy lunch with XL Primetime this Thursday, May 18th at the Players Grill off Hendricks Avenue. Get $3 Miller and Bud Lights while hanging with Joe, Matt, Mia, and Leon. The Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
Waste Management is paying a $5,000 bonus to CDL drivers and heavy truck mechanics for jobs in Jacksonville, Green Cove Springs, Callahan, and St. Augustine. Apply online at wm.com/careers.
Equal opportunity employer.
Nimnik has what you want. Hicken here, popular GMC and Buick models arriving daily at Nimnik Buick GMC, and it's easy to check them out. You can shop online, nimnikbuickgmc.com, NIMNICHT, buickgmc.com. Or stop by the showroom off Phillips Highway today and see why Nimnik Buick GMC is Jacksonville's #1 Buick GMC dealer in all of Jacksonville, FLA. More models on the ground than they've had in 2 years. Truckloads of new Buick and GMCs. All models are arriving daily. No one will ever pay over MSRP at Nimnik Buick GMC. Showroom's right there on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, and you can drive away in that new vehicle that you have been dreaming of. If you're looking for a used car under $18,000, for example, Nimnik, great selection. More than 300 used cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from. They've been in the business for 82 years, 8 decades plus. Why? They do business the right way. Family-owned and operated. Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Why can't I just speak to an actual human being? I need a new bank.
Well, actually, at One-to-One Financial, communication is not only number one, it's one-to-one. When you call, you get to talk to a real live Jacksonville human, fast, and with someone who's truly concerned about your needs, your security, and finding solutions as a team.
Thank you. Ready to break up with your bank? Find a real long-term banking relationship at One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Visit one-to-onefcu.org for more information on opening an account today.
Federally insured by NCUA.
You know, many plumbers won't quote prices over the phone and instead charge a service fee for an in-home estimate. Of course, because they know once they're in your home, you're probably not going to send them away. But Roland Reach Plumbing is different. Roland will give you a price quote over the phone. And there's never a trip charge or service fee for an estimate. So if you've got a leak and can't wait a week and don't like paying unnecessary fees, call on Roland Reach Plumbing at plumbingjacksonville.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
I mean, I think it's a plus to play them early, but again, you know, as I look at it too, I mean, they're one of the top AFC teams, and so, you know, yeah, you get them early, but again, you may have to, if things go well, you may have to go back to Buffalo in January. So, it's just one of those deals. But you know, good football team. We're excited to play them. You know, over in Europe.
You got to be diplomatic, right? I see you going all Buffalo Soldier acoustic in there. See what's happening.
A little razzle-dazzle.
Yeah. Look, that's Doug Peterson on the prospect of not having to play Buffalo in Buffalo, so it's certainly...
But also throwing that out that, you know, we may have to go back there again.
Sure, you got to be diplomatic there. Yeah. You don't want to say too much, and then they go to London and beat your butt and say, I heard him say that. You're right. You got to, you know, be a little bit careful there. The one area there that you wonder, and it's great to see Yasir Abdullah, you know, get around the edge quickly. He seems to be built a lot like Jan, doesn't he? Seems to have a similar skill set to Unique Ngakoue. Dwight Freeney would be another one. So that gets you excited. Tyler Lacey apparently had his moments again in shorts and T-shirts. Yeah. We won't make too much of it.
No.
But it's still safe to say that there's a need there for that veteran pass rusher, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And we talked about Justin Houston, Frank Clark, you know, Leonard Floyd, and others. So
yes,
Peterson, who met the media Friday on the cusp of this little 2-day workout for the rookies, get the offseason program really swinging, was asked about, you know, the need, or at least would they, the compulsion to add a veteran pass rusher before we get to the season. That's number 10.
I mean, listen, you're always looking, you know, but we got some young players that we're excited about, and we got to give them opportunities to perform, you know, and we do have some really good depth at the D-line position now, and I think what it's going to do is going to create some really good second and third level competition, and see who can work into that rotation.
Look, I'll trust Doug Peterson there, Hick, but we don't need second and third level competition. We need first level production.
Yeah.
They can compete all they want, second and third level. The dudes we're running out there at starters can't go 4.5, 6, and 5. You know, somebody's got to man up. Maybe last year's, right, isn't the disconnect that the Jags were like 5th in pressures or some stupid, right? Have you heard this?
Oh, yeah.
Like 5th in pressures, but 25th in sacks or whatever it is. You know, maybe this year some of that can fall together, too. The pressures, which should result in more sacks than they did or would normally, maybe that happens this year. So,
hey, E, can we get a little hectic?
Oh, we got some power ratings. Sure we can.
Post-draft?
Yeah. Usually do it on a Tuesday, but let's roll.
Yeah.
I saw that Colin Coward, by the way, picked the Jags to be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
I don't like that.
You don't?
Well, he's notorious for
missing.
He's awful.
He's not Jag friendly, so I don't.
Well,
know.
I know.
Maybe.
I mean, it's good that a national guy likes him, so I'll accept that. But he would be the one I wouldn't want us to, because he's on one of the sites all the time with here's Colin's take,
and you miss
Funhouse take.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this right now. Baker Mayfield is going to be so much better than, you know, Josh Allen. It's not even funny. You know, that kind of thing.
Kind of sound like it, too.
Thank you very much. All right, a lot of changes happened. Where did the Jaguars come in the post-draft, post-free agency rankings? Taking numbers here. Jeffrey, you go first.
All right, I am going to say...
Is that covering up my beautiful mug? Is that what's happened? It's getting kind of hectic.
I'm going to say that the Jaguars are...
Jacksonville Jaguars, where do they rank?
I'm going to go 10. I'll say 10.
E?
8.
8. We'll start at the top, and, you know, I'm a big proponent. If you win it, you should be the defending champ till somebody knocks you out. That would be the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2, a bit of a surprise for me in this one. I would probably put Philly number 2, but it's the Natty Bengals.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't expect Philly to follow up this year. Like these
Number 3.
these AFC teams keep following up. That's why the Bengals, Bills, and Chiefs continue to get the love.
Remember, the Eagles kept Bradbury. They kept Slay.
I
They
could be
signed
wrong.
Greedy
Sure.
Williams.
Yeah,
They drafted Keely Ringo. All those other
They
Georgia
had the great
kids.
they had the great draft. No, I hear you. They should be.
They're third.
Yeah.
Number 4. We played number 1, by the way, in our home opener.
We also play
We played
number
number 2 in a Monday night in December. We played number 4 in London.
The
and it ain't-
Falcons.
And it ain't
Wow.
Atlanta.
No, Buffalo. Yeah,
We
makes
played
sense.
number 5 as well, the Niners.
So that's 4 of the top 5 we face.
Yeah. Oof.
It's that first place scad, Hick.
Yeah. We don't play 6. That's the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, listen, Miami, if there's part of me says they deserve to be up there, but this big uncertainty at the quarterback position, that seems high.
Dallas is 7. So this is where E comes into play at number 8. Baltimore Ravens. I'm sorry, E. They screwed you. They did keep Lamar. They signed Odell Beckham. They drafted Zay Flowers, and they inked Nelson Aguilar.
I think that the Jaguars will beat the Ravens, and I think they'll have a better record than the Ravens. I think the Jaguars are better than the Ravens, but that's not the name of the game. The name of the game is picking what.
Number 9,
power
is it a
puts
split between Jeff and E? It's not. It's the L.A. Chargers.
Another team we beat.
That's wow.
That's 3 in a row. Cowboys, Ravens, Chargers, 4-0 against those 3 last year, and a team on the ascent that, they're better than we are. Yeah, sure they are.
How are we 4-0 against 3?
Because we played the Chargers twice, my friend.
Okay, good. Don't do that to me again.
See what I did there, E?
Got his ass.
That confuses me. Number 10. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, I nailed it right out there. Oh, this is going to be good, man. I have got my finger on the pulse of this football team. What is it? And what to read about our Jacksonville Jaguars? 10th, man. Oh, we're just living the high
Most
life.
improved position, according to D-Rock, running back.
They
Tempted
love
to say
what they see
receiver
from
because of
Bixby.
Calvin Ridley, but ETN, Robinson, and Hasty. Now you add Dearness Johnson, Tank Bigsby. Much better depth behind ETN, and Bigsby will be a boost to the team's short yardage struggle. So, and by the way, just at the bottom of the barrel, just to let you all know, the one you don't want to be, that'd be Arizona at 32.
Golly, with the quarterback that they paid all that money, that can't be right.
Houston at 31. Tampa, we play at 30. Indianapolis, we play at 29. Tennessee, we play at 28. 28, 29, and 31, the other 3 AFC South teams.
Yeah.
My God.
I know. It's just
My God.
That's one reason why it's going to be easier for Jacksonville to hold that position at 10. All right, we the big guy's going to be grumpy now.
Oh, gosh.
We're not going to get to him until 5 after 8. He's going to throw a stink.
Please,
so.
please.
It's Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com, the Breakfast with Baselli next.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. There's a certain romance to radio play-by-play.
We need you to be all strong and hot.
Experience the most play-by-play sports on 1010XL.
In my job, I never held back. I played hurt and I pushed through the pain. Sound familiar?
Football legend Emmitt Smith had a reputation for just grinding through the injuries and pain over and over. That may be you. And QC Kinetics sees patients every day who are exhausted from dealing with the persistent pain.
A lot of you work physically demanding jobs. You stand, you climb, you bend down, you reach up, and if you have joint pain, it takes all you got to earn a living. But it's time you know about QC Kinetics.
QC Kinetics, the leaders in regenerative treatments, help relieve that debilitating joint pain without surgeries or downtime. These are natural solutions that use your body's own healing properties to give you lasting relief from the soreness and achiness.
You got a job to do. I get it. But now you don't have to suffer through the pain. Check out my friends over at QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Buying a car can be stressful, especially one sold as is or with no warranty. Do the 7-10 or 30-day warranties leave you wondering what will happen on day 31?
Stop. Car buying doesn't need to be so stressful. Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet now offer the exclusive Beaver Certified program protecting your used car for 7 years or 100,000 miles. That's right, certified Hondas, Fords, Nissans, and any other make you consider now come with the peace of mind you deserve. Shop worry-free at Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville.
Now's the time to start your home improvement projects.
Kevin here with Armor Guard Exteriors and Gutter Helmet. Our local suppliers are stocked up and ready to deliver your home improvement projects, like gutters, gutter helmet, retractable awnings, and screens, window replacements, and glass and ice. Call now and get 18 months no interest and no down payment. Call now, 904-906-8669.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey guys, Hicken here. Is hot. The oven's on. It ain't getting any cooler unless you stay cooler with Bueller. Bueller Air is still locally owned and still treating their growing customer base like they're part of the family. You want proof? Just Google them. Buehler, Bueller Air. You won't find better rated air conditioning company in town. I use them. I already know, man. They are terrific. Like I said, hotter than ever outside. Great time to stay cooler with Bueller.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, and happy to report that Dandy has some brand new goodies, and they're only available at select Gate stores around town. 5 delicious new breakfast items to start your day off right. Fresh buttermilk biscuits, flaky croissants, French toast, maple waffles, all matched up with country sausage, ham, or bacon, fried eggs, and cheddar cheese. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so go out and make yours a dandy just a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you. Yeah.
Big Chief Tire has served the Jacksonville community with reliable and honest auto service for over 60 years. Frank Frangie here. Our experienced technician will treat you like family when you visit for repairs, new tires, oil changes, and more. We're proud to announce our new Orange Park location to better serve customers with fair prices and quality service. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment at one of 5 Jacksonville locations. We keep Jacks rolling.
Yo, E.T. here, and if you like going to the casino, then you're going to love the revamped online casino at MyBookie. They have a live casino option where you play blackjack with a real person, a live dealer, just like you're sitting at the blackjack table in Vegas. Roulette, that's my thing. And they got that too. A live casino option puts you on a table with a live person spinning the roulette wheel, just like at the casino. If you haven't checked out the new live casino option yet, go to mybookie.ag now and see what I'm talking about. I've been playing all last week and it's awesome. If you like to play Pai-Gow Poker or Ultimate Texas Hold'em here locally, then now you can play from the comfort of your own home. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas vibe, and the best part is, you don't even have to wear pants, my boy. Of course you get a generous sign-up bonus using the promo code 1010XL. That's promo code 1010XL to secure a sweet deposit bonus. Sign up today at MyBookie and check out their revamped online casino. Take it from me and check out the live casino tab for blackjack and roulette. Play anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody. This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update brought to you by the YMCA of Florida's First Coast. I'm E.T. Your Jacksonville Jaguars will open up at home in Week 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs. Head coach Doug Peterson recently met with the media and spoke on the home opener.
You know, it's a great home opener for us. Obviously, we went there twice last year, Super Bowl, team, obviously, and we know them, they know us, and it should be a good game, and we look forward to it.
Your Jaguars will open up the season on the road as they travel to division rival the Indianapolis Colts. However, the season will be highlighted by a couple of primetime games, with one being Monday night against the Bengals on December 4th, and December 17th, a Sunday nighter against the Ravens. Currently, it's 8:06 and it's 73 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Now, Breakfast with Boselli.
Brought to you by Epstein and Robbins. If you've been arrested for DUI or any other crime, there's only one thing to remember. Epstein and Robbins.
On 1010XL.
All right, we're going to start with a little cleanup here as we bring in the big fella, Tony Baselli.
Okay, cleanup.
Hotline is fired up, red hot with a Hall of Famer on board.
Wonderful.
But, Dan Hicken, if we have nothing else here after our long, esteemed careers in Jacksonville,
yes,
we have spies.
Yes.
So if, say, a certain wife of a certain Hall of Famer had to rush and get sent a gold Hall of Fame jacket that was supposed to have been taken by said Hall of Famer to Canton, but perhaps was forgotten instead.
Oh.
Maybe someone shares that with us. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, so I can't say if this is accurate, but the word is Tony, after telling us that he needed his jacket, may have left it here behind.
Well, let's get
No, it was accurate here. The number one, this was a few weeks ago. How long ago was the draft? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Second, I was out of town. I went to town for work. Then I went on vacation, and then I didn't come home from vacation to home before I went back to the office in San Francisco.
Okay.
That was not totally planned.
Okay.
And so,
all right, so not the same.
50-50, and I didn't feel like driving my coat around for 3 or 4 weeks before.
Again, if I were you, I would just wear it I don't know why you can't embrace just wearing it everywhere.
Yeah.
But, that's your business.
Yeah, it is. I kind of feel, I don't want to be, isn't it showing off?
Yes, it is. It's 100%. Yeah.
It's showing off.
But but every now and then, like going through an airport, there could be a reason. Just spread those peacock
here's a perfect
feathers
example.
every now and then.
Perfect example.
Okay.
On Saturday night, the Ponte Vedra Rotary Club honored me as the rock of the community.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It cost me an ETN last week, by the way. I don't want to get into it, but congrats nonetheless.
Why did it cost you guys?
It cost me. Jeff won. I don't remember why it cost me, but I remember the guy saying...
It was Dan disparaging you and me coming to your defense,
It was
Tony.
not that. It was not that. But anyway. It's just...
someone, my wife said, maybe it was one of my kids, like, Dad, why don't you wear a gold jacket?
Yeah, you should have worn it there.
You should wear, yes.
And I didn't.
Okay.
And I probably could have.
Yes,
yeah,
that's what they want to see,
that's
Tone.
what they want to see.
Yeah. Now, if they would have asked me to wear it,
I would have done it.
I would have wear it. I typically don't volunteer.
Yeah, I get it.
Something like that,
an event
though,
like that, it's fine. I think that's a definite wear it too.
So I'm still I'm feeling my way out.
That makes sense.
That's good.
It's not as easy. Yeah,
I like that.
With your humble self, you go big, bro.
Do they give you? I think they do, right? They give you a Hall of Fame ring also.
Yeah, I got a ring.
Do you wear that or no?
Never. I'm not a jewelry guy. I don't wear a watch. The only piece of jewelry I wear is my wedding ring.
Okay.
Yeah.
No necklace, the watch.
I'd like to see you get a big TB, get a logo, and get it made in gold.
Well, I think that Tom Brady may have one of those
already. A big bow chain, iced out.
Yeah, bow. Bow, iced out.
No, first of all, Tom Brady's not TB. Isn't he TB12?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. You'd be TB71.
Yeah.
I think, you know what?
You tell him that this TB got into the hall before you did, big fella. Settle down.
I'm just going to put a 7-1.
Yes.
It got to be icy, though.
Got to be icy, Tone.
I might just ice up a 71.
Icy.
Wear it around the neck.
And then play some of Bad Bunny's TT when you walk around, because you'll be the man. You'll be the man, is what I say. Tone,
never stopping, Tone.
So what did you guys think about the schedule?
I thought it looks good. I think it's set up for success. I think it's laid out pretty nicely for it.
I thought you have a great start to get off and get some dubs. I think you have a good 3-game ending if you need the dubs. I think and then you have some great games in the middle. It's one of the best schedules in, quite frankly,
great home
franchise
schedule,
history.
Too. You got the 3 prime time that you like?
People always say that. I don't. The schedule, you never know what the schedule's going to be.
That's also fair.
That's true, too.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know with injuries, and sometimes it's harder than you think. Sometimes it's easier than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, because of the division, you could literally have, 3 rookie quarterbacks starting.
Mm-hmm.
And all those teams are in rebuild mode. But I never count out the Titans and Vrabel.
That's fair.
It's fine as a way to just win ugly games. But you would think that the division come on. we're the best team. It's not even close.
Who starts
And,
week one when the Jags go to Indy? Who's the quarterback for them?
Can you start Anthony Richardson?
If not, it's Minshew, you know.
Fourth pick overall, Tone.
No. Listen.
You know
here's
how
my
that
thing.
game works.
I was shocked after the season watching a handful of games of Anthony Richardson.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked that he left and that he would be that high a pick. I was obviously wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, everything you read about the kid and his interviews and, like, everything about him is like he has all the makeups to be a great one.
Definitely helps cement him, right? If you're torn at all,
Like he's super smart guy.
Yeah, they've said that.
Super athletic.
Did you see the one that he stayed back and cleaned up?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like super humble, like a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah.
I'm like the dude. I'm like, okay, he's a little inaccurate. There's a guy in Buffalo who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn either.
Turned out to be pretty good.
And he's pretty dang good. So, you know, if Denny doesn't screw him up, kid might have a chance. But no, so everything you hear about him, that's a long way of me saying it wouldn't surprise me now. It would have early.
Yeah.
But like hearing his like leadership and his EQ, like you get the sense he's going to walk into that place and he's just going to be the dude, and everyone's going to say, okay, that's our guy. Let's go figure it out.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Tone, I feel like the key for the Jags isn't necessarily the big games in the regular season, but the games that they're supposed to win. And I'll tell you what I mean. You got the AFC South and the NFC South. All right, you got 10 games against those guys, right? You got 6 in your
nine of those you should. The 49ers are a really good team.
No, that's the West.
That's the West. So I'm saying you'll be favored.
Okay,
Probably
the AFC South and the
NFC South. You have 6 against the AFC South, 4 against the NFC South. I'll give you 2 losses and probably 10 games you'll be favored in. Probably.
No.
I mean, New Orleans on a Thursday, depending on how their season goes, we'll see. But I'm
9-1.
I'll take 8-2. And Tone, if you get 3 more wins out of the 7, you got 11 dubs, bro. So I mean.
No, I got them 9-1 in those games.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And then
you got them 9-1. Then you're talking about 13-4. You know.
Yeah, I got them going 4-3 in the toss-up games.
Okay,
that's fair. I mean, I got them 12-5, and I just because I've always thought they were going to be 12-5. I gave them a loss somewhere. I'm not sure they'll have, but look, the best thing that has been said today that needs to be. And we forget this so fast every offseason, is that what teams look like now and what they end up being in November.
Yeah.
I'll give you a perfect example. The Tennessee Titans, who are rolling along, kind of dominating this division the last couple of years, looked at their schedule and go, shoot, we got Jacksonville 5 weeks from the end, and then, we'll be sitting our starters in the finale.
Right.
You know, by the end of the year, the Jaguars are playing significantly better, so.
That was my only disappointment of the whole schedule is we finished with Tennessee.
Yeah, on the road this time.
Why is that?
Because Nashville's a fun road trip, and I could see us like, we get hot. We're 14-2. The game doesn't matter. Everyone's hanging out.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a fun. It's a fun one for our fans.
Yes.
Now maybe the fans will still show up.
Oh, they'll show up.
They make it a victory lap around the.
It would be nice. We haven't talked about this yet because we're kind of riding this wave of improvement into contender status. But at some year, whether it's going to be this year that it plays out or moving forward, ultimately too, you want to grab that top seed, right? I mean, the Chiefs are the favorite to grab it, and then it would probably be the Bills and the Bengals in some order. Those teams are in much harder divisions. They've got 6 games again. If you're Cincinnati, you got to play the Ravens twice, the Steelers twice, the Browns twice. They're going to get you. If you're Kansas City, you got to play the Chargers, and
if they follow Tony's formula and they go 13-4, they'll be right there.
Yeah, they will.
Well, and here's the thing: if you go through those, so let's just go through the other divisions in totality.
Right.
Start with the North.
Yeah, tough.
Steelers are improved. They had a great draft, and they had a really good free agency.
Yep.
Improved their offensive line. They already had a good defense. So if Kenny Pickett does anything, they're going to be good. They did, and they finished 500 last year. The Browns are a coin flip, but if Deshaun Watson reverts to Deshaun Watson of 3 years ago, when the Texans,
they've added some guys. Yeah, they just traded
they're
for
gonna be
Zadarius.
dangerous.
Yeah.
You got the Ravens with all the toys they had for Lamar Jackson. And the key is can Lamar stay healthy. He hasn't the last couple years, but when he's healthy, they're tough. And then you got, the second best quarterback in the NFL in Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I mean, that's a tough division.
I expect them to win some of those games at home, the Jags, that schedule. They have, the fact that they get Cincinnati, Kansas City, Baltimore, and San Francisco at home, that also feeds into having
Yeah,
a better
my
than
point is,
yeah. But yeah, those divisions for those teams are a lot tougher than what we have.
Yeah, the East is tough, Tom. What about the East?
Yeah.
I mean, just go, at Aaron Rodgers. Okay, great.
Yeah.
You got Bills.
Yeah.
Patriots, I mean.
Well, when the Patriots are the worst team in the division, it's a tough division, bro.
And then you got Miami, and I heard you guys come before I got on. Two is can he stay healthy? But they're good.
Yeah.
And then the West, you got Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
The Raiders are done.
Yeah.
I'm still not sold on the Broncos.
No, that's fair.
I don't care that they added Sean Payton. I think Russell's done. And then the Chargers are good, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and so then you got us in the South. So my point of saying this is it would not shock me going into the last month that we're at the top of the AFC fighting for the number one seed.
And by the way,
simply because the other divisions are much stronger top to bottom.
Well, and listen, I'll give you another perfect example.
Dare to dream.
That's what the Eagles did last year. No one had the Eagles being 8-1 and then 13-2, right? That's what they did. They caught a perfect storm. They played our weak AFC South.
Dare to dream.
They got
boys.
4 there. They played a division where Washington tanked.
Give me a bye week and then give me the worst team left.
Right?
And I'm in the AFC title
at
game
home.
at home, Toad.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Let's go. Yeah.
Don't do it to me again, Toad.
Now here's the other side of the coin.
Oh no!
You
What
got
other
a long
side?
way.
Is there
There's
another
a long
side?
way to go. You got to stay healthy. We're still a young team. We still are looking for a pass rush. We're betting our pass rush on guys getting.
We don't
better
have
from
good
last
DNA.
year.
I don't
also
know.
fair.
After this weekend, I found out that Yasir Abdullah apparently is going to get double-digit sacks as a rookie.
Who said that?
Nobody.
Oh, we're
I'm
just saying the report.
I just love that.
We sometimes smirk a little bit at the glowing reports from these,
Hey, Tony,
T-shirt and short.
Tony, did you
workouts.
Can I say something about the rookie?
Yeah.
If any media person or anybody makes any judgments or definitive statements after watching a rookie minicamp, they should be put in timeout and not allowed to cover the team for 1 week.
Now, some of those guys have to make observations, though, Tone. That's what they do. They get paid to make observations.
I'm
But you're right.
people come on. I mean,
Tony, did you have a rookie? Was there a rookie minicamp?
No, you kidding me, Tom? Because we were an expansion team, they could put everyone together. They threw us out there with everybody.
What was your first? Tell me the first, time you walked out onto an NFL practice field.
It was right after the draft. It was the week or 2 weeks after the draft.
Okay.
Like this. And the whole team was there because it was an expansion, so they got extra field. We got extra field time.
And what was that? What do you have one glaring memory from that?
Yeah, I went out on the field and Mazer said I was the third team left tackle.
So I turned around and left.
Behind the Mangler. Sorry, you're behind Mangler.
If I'm not starting, I'm departing, Coach.
The funny thing is, I was the third team tackle until the all of offseason, until training camp.
And then they said, okay, we'll put him in.
All right, you can go out.
We did use the number 2 pick on the guy. I guess we should give him a chance.
I remember thinking, I'm like, third team?
Third?
Okay.
I mean, that was a pretty high pick. Was there any notice, or did you just kind of feel like you stepped right in? I mean, I guess if you're going against other third teamers, it's probably a little easier.
how the first team, the whole first practice, I was so out of breath the entire time.
Because they were just want you constantly moving.
Well, I was in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
But there was anxiety going out, so you have that nervous energy.
Sure.
I'm the second pick, expansion team. You have all these people watching. I'm
Right.
like, oh gosh, don't screw this up.
Right.
And so there was a little bit of nervous energy, and you're trying to go full speed on every single.
Which,
thing.
by the way, you really shouldn't do, right? I mean, that's what kind of think back
probably
to
not that
Dante
early.
Fowler and
probably not that early because
Right.
that was the first. I hadn't done anything on the field for a while.
Right.
And so that big memory was going out there and just being out of breath. I'm like, holy cow, what's wrong?
That humidity here hits a little different too than where you came from.
That's probably true too.
Yeah, but it was. I guess so. It was May, late
yeah.
April. It wasn't terrible
Yeah,
by that
not
point.
yet,
Now
yeah.
I remember coming
Yeah.
that summer. I was like, ooh, this is different.
Ouchie. Oof. This is what they meant.
This stings a little bit.
This is what they
When's
meant.
the cold come?
Exactly.
November, Tony.
Exactly. But it was it's exciting stuff. I mean, this is the time of year where, what's fun is for Jag fans is every offseason, for the last decade plus, whatever it was, it was we always were hoping, like we were trying to figure out the secret formula where we could get to 500 or 9 or 10 wins, and you're doing your best to be positive, but deep down inside you're like, this is another long year.
Right.
And this is like you sit here now and you're like, okay, we got the coach, we got the quarterback, added Calvin Ridley in the off season. I mean, so it's like, all right, like this has a chance to be a really fun offense. Franchise Evan Ingram, you get him back. Really the only thing you lost on offense is Juwan Taylor, and you drafted a kid in the first round, who you're hoping he could take his place. So, it's exciting. It's an exciting time to be a Jaguar fan.
No doubt. Hey, Tone, we should ask you this. Do you have something, Jeff? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had a question about. I got a question about the tackles, and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you think Cam Robinson has played his last game at left tackle for the Jaguars, Tony? And I say that because they've thrown Little on the left and Harrison on the right here, at least to start this rookie, situation, or at least they put Harrison on the right. So, does that mean that's Walker Little's spot after he plays the first 4 or 6 or whatever the suspension is?
I think he's probably the lead. I mean, I think as a coach, you have to go in thinking this is our left tackle because of the guy that we paid to be our left tackle is suspended. Like, you can't count. Like, I don't think it's not like Cam is at the level of a Lane Johnson or a Trent Williams, where regardless, like, okay, they got in trouble, whatever happened, they're hurt, they're out this amount of time. When they get back, he's our starter. I mean, I don't think Cam's at that level, and Walker played well last year at the end of the year. And
it's the only place he's played. We've talked about Walker, and he's had to step in a lot, but it's always been at left.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think it's way too premature to say that Cam is done at left tackle. I don't think that's fair to Cam. I think there's way there's a lot of ground to cover before you get
So if you're the Jaguars, then if your plan is for Cam to remain at the left tackle, it's just a little bit curious to me why you wouldn't just play Walker Little at right tackle from the get-go of the season and put Harrison at left where he has played, unless you think that there's that big a difference between the two, which now makes me scared even if he's playing right tackle.
Well, no, I think it's you go as a coaching staff and scouts, you get out of last year and you do a complete evaluation. You grade everybody, and you go through it and you kind of rank where everybody sits at their position groups. And I'd be shocked if at the end of last year, and taking everything into consideration, that it wouldn't. Let me say it this way: it would not surprise me if Walker Little was rated higher than Cam Robinson.
Okay,
it would not. I'm not saying he was. I have no idea. And it wouldn't surprise me if Cam was a little bit of – my point is they're neck and neck. They're right there next to each other. And because of that, if I was the coach, I'd be sitting back saying, wait a second, why am I going to move Walker Little when this kid just played the last 5 games against high competition in big games?
Crunch time, yeah.
So
it's crunch time, played really well. Why would I no, we're not going to upset the apple cart.
So it's
we don't know what our left tackle, Cam Robinson's deal is. Is it 2, 4, 6? He's coming off an injury. Like, we have no idea.
Fair.
Like, why? Like, no, we're going to put him at left tackle. He played well. He's earned it. Leave him there. That's what I would do.
And then you just reassess when Cam is able to play come back. So potentially he could come to left, and Walker, even though he's played nothing but left, could move to right in the middle of the season if he needed to. All right, Hick, you had something on? Okay, go ahead.
See how Cam is when he comes back.
Yeah.
Come off injury. suspension, all the different things. Like,
Sure.
see what's going on. And let's say it's 4 games. Let's just take the middle. And you're 4-0 and you're rolling,
Mm-hmm.
and the offense is humming. I'm not making a change.
Right.
Sorry, I mean, nothing. It's nothing personal.
We
and both tackles are playing good. No, I'm not. Like, let's keep on rolling. Can't get the swing.
We got a little ahead of the story last week, but I wanted to get your thoughts as Mr. Jaguar. We have a stadium issue coming up, and we'll hammer that out, hopefully, with due diligence and get that thing done. And then they'll decide what route to take. But if you do a deep dive into this thing, the Jags, if they have to play away from the stadium, will in all likelihood be playing their home games in Gainesville or Orlando. I just can't imagine sinking $100 million into any stadium around here to get an NFL, pliable, comparable for 2 seasons worth. Just your overall thoughts about that as we move forward here with the because there's no one thing that Mark Lamping made clear and rightfully so, no more kicking the can down the road. It's go time on the stadium and so they'll sit down and figure this all out. But then after that, there are some harsh realities as well for the short term.
Yeah, there's gonna be some short-term pain. There's no doubt about it. There always is. Unless if the city doesn't want short-term pain, then go find a place and go spend $3.5 billion on a brand new stadium and keep the bank where it is. And
Or they
there.
could spread it out over 4 years, but it'll cost.
Yeah, I
more
don't
money
like that.
too.
I think that's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because now you have 4 years of bad experience. Not a great experience for the fans to get construction going on.
Right.
That's my
Right.
personal opinion. I would get it done as quick as possible. It looks like they're going to renovation. They're not building a new stadium. It's going to be $1 billion. I'm guessing it's got to be close to $1 billion.
I think it'd probably be a little bit more. I think it'd be about 1.2, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever the number is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the cost of being an NFL city.
Right.
And the city's gonna have to pick up a big portion of that. That's just the way it goes. And if you look at it, we've been playing here since 1995.
Right.
Tennessee Titans are getting ready to build another $3.5–4 billion stadium, and their stadium was built 5 years after ours.
Yeah, I don't think anybody disputes the fact that it's time. We have the oldest and honestly probably the worst stadium in the league now.
It's the worst stadium in the league.
Yeah.
It is. And I'd argue to the end of time, the Jaguars have been great for the city overall.
And will be moving forward.
And will be in the future.
Sure.
Wayne Weaver was a great owner. Shad Khan is a great owner. Shad has invested hundreds of millions of dollars in this city and development, and it continues to do that.
Right.
And I don't even see, I'll be honest with you, I get frustrated even listening. Why is there even a debate? Let's go. Get it, figure it out. The city should be coming to the table and say, okay, let's make this happen.
Right.
Obviously, you want to make it as the best possible deal for the city. And if you look at the history of Shad and Mark Lamping and the Jaguars and how they do business, they've never tried to take advantage of the city. They've been investing in that stadium. They put scoreboards. They're making it as good as possible. They've always been a nice partnership. And there's pretty much a framework of what the NFL owners will approve.
Right.
I mean, so I hear in these mayor debates and all this and negotiations. Come on, okay, great. Here's the deal. You want the team? You want to be an NFL city?
Right.
I love the city. And what this team has done, and not just the ownership and everything else and games being on Sunday, how about the millions and millions and millions of dollars invested in the city, but from people who came here as part of the organization? I mean, Dan, we were just there a couple of nights ago, or not, I guess a week ago now, at Tom Coughlin's J Fund. Tom Coughlin is in this community, and the millions and millions of dollars he's given back to families in this community.
Yeah.
Well, wait till the cavalry of whiny Karen columnists get their teeth into how they should be spending our money here on the First Coast, because that's how it'll happen, Tony.
Well,
the whiny Karen cavalry will start telling you how much more morally superior and financially savvy they are than you, just a grunt of a sports fan who loves your football team. That's how.
Well, I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to disparage anyone who lives here. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and people should debate it, and they should say what they want. I'm just giving you my perspective.
Sure.
This city is. Everyone knows how much I love Jacksonville and the people who live here. I love this place. I would not be here without the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the only reason I'm here.
Right.
I didn't know what Jackson was. This is a great city, and part of the reasons it's great is not just because of the Jaguars. I'm not saying that. There's a lot of things that go into it, but the Jaguars are part of it over the last, 28 years, going on 29 years. And it is time. So build the dang city. Let's not make this ridiculous.
Right.
Yes, is there going to be short-term pain? Are we going to have to go play somewhere else? We're going to be displaced, yes. And to your point, Dan, does it make sense to put $100 million into a local stadium?
Right.
Like, I could make the argument if UNF had plans of being have a football team.
Yeah.
They say, hey, we want a football team.
Right.
Great. All right, let's get with the Jaguars, the state of Florida, UNF, some donors, and how do we go invest and build a 35,000, 40,000 seat stadium at UNF and play there? And now they have a stadium to play college football.
Well, it's fair. We're
That's
not
a good
like
point.
it's not like we're the IOC and can punch up on money and then just let the weeds grow over it as soon as we're done.
Right.
Like we're
No,
in Rio
no,
or something,
right.
right?
That's my point.
It has
Now,
to have a function moving forward.
Right. If UNF doesn't want to play football ever, I have no idea, by the way.
Yeah.
Zero. Then go play in Gainesville or play in Orlando.
Right.
Does it stink for 2 years?
It's not
yeah,
great.
it's not great. But guess what? That's like there's a long list of teams that have had to do it.
Oh, yeah. We can go down the list on that. Shoot.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Guess what? You got a caravan for 2 seasons.
Yep.
Not great. I don't. You think my waking up on Sunday mornings, I want to drive, or you think I want to be on the road every Saturday night? I have to go to Orlando or Gainesville? No. But you know what? Is it worth it to have a stadium here and to have this team here for my grandkids? Yes.
Good stuff, Big Bo. Appreciate it as always, and great catching up with you.
All right. See you guys.
There he goes. Don Anthony Baselli Jr., number 71 in your program, and he's number 1 in your heart. He is the Hall of Famer. We're back with more next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's finally here. Are you ready for it? Yeah, we ready for it. Are you ready for it? Yeah, we ready for it. Then get ready for it.
1010XL.
All Weather Contractors is hiring experienced roofing team members now. If you want the most competitive pay for your experience, eager for opportunity and advancement, and if bonuses, benefits, 401k programs, and employee stock ownership opportunities sound appealing, we should talk. We're a full-service multifamily and commercial construction company focused on building better careers for people with a purpose. Build a better career in the commercial roofing industry. Apply online at allweathercontractors.com today.
Hey, folks, Hicken here with Zero Res. Man, we all love living in Jacksonville, and we're lucky to have so many families who have served in the military. Thank you all, and God bless you. Zero Res is aware and wants to show their gratitude. So if you have a family member who's on active duty or a veteran, now is the time to call Zero Res. 25% off carpet cleaning, tile and grout, upholstery, or oriental rugs. Right now, get a 25% military discount on everything Zero Res cleans. So Zero Res, man, you spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Looking for the best deal on your next set of tires? Tire Outlet never falls flat. We offer the best selection, best quality, and the best prices on tires so that you can find the right ones for your vehicle. And with over 40 years of experience, 15 locations across Florida, and a legendary price match guarantee, you can trust that your vehicle is in great hands. Our skilled technicians are ready to maintain and repair your vehicle to keep it operating its best. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet.
Custom fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, and more. You dream it, they build it at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Schedule a showroom tour and let CSS help you create your dream space. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com. republicsservices.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
It's easier to catch fish if you know where to look.
Cast your line right over there.
Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
Any luck?
Brought to you by Houston's Meats
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Sportsmen, shooting enthusiasts, and public safety professionals. For over 50 years, we have been your number one stop best prices on apparel, holsters, flashlights, and more. Look no further than GT Distributors. Celebrate GT Day's sales event with the best prices on everything you need to gear up. This is going to be bigger than ever, and it's happening only at GT Distributors, Friday and Saturday, May 19th and 20th. 2 days only, and you'll save 20% off select brands. That's 20% off top brands like Gerber, Safariland, and Magpul. Come meet factory reps, hourly door prizes, and a firearm giveaway on both days. Don't miss this huge store-wide event. GT Days, May 19th and 20th at GT Distributors, 2285 Kingsley Avenue, Suite A2 in Orange Park. Showroom hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit gtdist.com. Restrictions apply. Sale excludes guns, ammo, optics, Surefire, Wellen.
Jacksonville has some junk, and J-Dog is removing it. They're here to do the dirty work. You don't want to remove and dispose of large furniture or appliances yourself? Call J-Dog. Here now, proudly serving you, removing junk from your home or business. They can even handle small demolition projects, and they're still donating local items to veterans in need. So let J-Dog do the dirty work for you. J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran-owned and operated. JDog.com.
The mesmerizing music of Pink Floyd returns to the Florida Theater May 23rd. Brit Floyd brings their brand new Pink Floyd show, celebrating 50 years of Dark Side of the Moon, featuring their laser extravaganza. Brit Floyd. Brit Floyd. Get your tickets now at floridatheater.com. So did you finally decide on a boat?
No, none of them can do all the things I want.
That's not like you. You're usually so decisive.
Oh, that hasn't changed. I've made a decision, but it's not to buy a boat.
But you've been talking about buying a new boat for months now.
True, but I came up with a better idea. We're joining Freedom Boat Club. That way, we have a fleet of boats to use depending upon what we want to do that day. Cruising, tubing, wakeboarding, fishing, rafting up, whatever mood strikes us.
I like it. I guess I should be glad you didn't have the same attitude about men. It's you and me forever, babe.
That's right, but I might have kept dating if someone else did the cleanup, maintenance, and repairs on men. But I have my hands full just keeping one man in good running order.
Honey, you can date all the boats you want, but I'm going along for the ride.
That's precisely what I was thinking. Don't be married to one boat when you can date several different ones. Sometimes dating a variety of boats keeps it interesting. And that, with no maintenance, hassle, or cleaning, being married to Freedom Boat Club can end in blissful harmony. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
You know what, Dan? Listen, I will say this. You need to check yourself if you can't root for and be happy for Jason Day winning yesterday on PGA
That was
Tour.
nice. That was a good
I
story.
think people have forgotten.
I wasn't happy because I didn't have him in the
Well, the tour is running away with it, so it's about us three fighting for scraps at this point.
Yeah.
But the thing with Day, too, is this. And I get it. I'm a little more golf engaged than most people. I know you're a big golf fan, too.
Yeah.
It's real easy to forget that 8 years ago, Jason Day was 27 years old and was every bit the threat of Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, Jordan Spieth. He won a major. He was number one in the world. He won a Players. And then his own injuries.
Yeah.
His mother's 5-year battle with lung cancer.
Yeah.
Up and moving to the United States where they settled outside of Ohio so she could get
was that tall kid his little son?
Yeah, that's Dash. Yeah. And that Dash was a little, 5-year-old back when he was winning 8 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he's been through so much. He hasn't won in over 5 years.
I give him credit. Tip of the cap to him.
Yeah, and he really hadn't been real relevant for much of that time.
This year he has.
And he started playing good golf last year, to be honest with you. At least flared up a little bit.
But he had a lot of top tens.
Yeah, and this year he's been very good, and finally he made it pay off yesterday.
And by the way, again,
easy to root for the
birdied
dude.
18 and shot a Sunday 62, so that's the most impressive
correct.
thing.
And beat who? Beat Scotty Scheffler, one of the hottest golfers on the planet, to do it.
Also true.
It's not like he just held back those other, I like to call them corn fairy guys, Hick. The corn fairy guys that pop up and their names that the casual golf fans never heard of before. Beating them back is one thing, but there's Scotty Scheffler, who's, and another former Players champ, Siwoo Kim, was in the mix till the end. So
I had him.
I don't. It was an excellent finish down the stretch on PGA Tour, and it was nice.
Now we got a major this week.
Yeah, we got a
Might
major
have
this week.
two-segment guy tomorrow if Stuart Moore is listening. Jeff, Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, TCU. What does that tell? What is
That's
that?
last year's Final Four in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's also this year's NCAA men's tennis quarterfinal bracket.
Which something tells me fan passion won't be quite as stoked for this version.
Michigan's out for revenge, and Ohio State. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I thought I got a kick out of that. I said this weekend, and I got to like this tip of the cap. Speaking of, this guy's become my favorite NFL quarterback, not named TL16. Jalen Hurts.
Easy to love.
I mean, the guy.
Good dude.
He got his master's this weekend. Not his degree, his master's. And I was thinking about Jalen Hurts' career and you just liken it to watching kids go through playing sports. Nobody he does everything the right way, man. And I had so much respect for him. I always think back to Alabama. I mean, he's the man at Alabama, and he gets benched in the biggest game. And Tua saves the day. And Jalen has to stand there and watch as a backup.
And people forget the next year Tua had the job, and he stayed there as the backup quarterback for a whole season.
And then he came and rescued him, I think, in the SEC championship.
He did. And then,
but anyway, he stood on the sidelines, and then he's gonna I'm gonna transfer and add the blessing of everybody. What do you do? I mean, he wants to play. He goes to Oklahoma, but or if I ever see Jalen Hurts, you ever see Jalen Hurts in the weight room?
He's super. Yeah.
Oh, they all gather around him
super
because
strong.
he lifts these unbelievable weights.
Squats, I think.
His dad was a coach. I don't know, man. I just think that guy. He came in. No, he didn't have. He wasn't a first-round pick. He wasn't like.
Well, the Eagles. I mean, I can remember all of us thinking, it's a bit of a reach in round 2. You got Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
They took him in round 2, and it was like, what?
Yeah. And so the way he handled, and whatever he says after a win or a loss, and how he plays, and how he continues to strive to get better, and now he gets his master's.
How do you not like that guy?
How do you not like that guy?
I don't know if many do
I
not
don't
like him.
Yeah, I don't think they
don't hear much. Yeah.
But I just thought, you know what? This guy, he's easy to root for, man.
For sure.
He's
he's much better. And credit where credit's due, much better than I thought he would be. He did not. I didn't think he would be an NFL quarterback.
I keep going back to the. You were going to say. I'm sorry.
Well, he's in a category like we spoke about before. He's like Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes. You just like those guys.
Yeah, you do. And I just have never seen him out of care. Like, that is his care. That is who he is, and he does it all every single step. And then in the Super Bowl. By the way, I saw this the other day and it stunned me, Pras. Can you tell me the final score of this year's Super Bowl? We're so good at it. Do you know what it was?
This year's Super Bowl. Gosh, I haven't grinded on it.
I know.
33-30 maybe?
Wasn't it close, like 35-34 maybe?
Okay. Both wrong but close. Better than I would have done.
Okay. What was it? 34, 31.
Was it 38-35?
38-35. Yeah, 33-30. That's all. Yeah.
38-35.
Yeah.
Chiefs win. And you go back and you
I'm
look.
I could do better on one 20 years ago.
I
That's how
know.
the old short-term, long-term memory works in the
And
in your
remember,
brain.
Kansas City outscored them 17-8 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. No, I remember it was a great game.
But you go back and Mahomes threw for 182.
Yeah.
Right?
Didn't Hurts have like four
rushing
runs?
touchdowns?
Yeah,
or something?
Jalen Hurts 27-38, 304.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
15 carries, 70 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. And he threw another one, right? Responsible for 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he outplayed. He was the MVP had they won the game.
Yeah. And I just thought, and I always go back to there was like a 3rd and 13 where he whistled an out pass right through the corner, had it covered. And it's just a beautiful throw. And I love to go back and rewatch games. Yesterday afternoon, for a short time, I was watching the Patriots-Falcons Super Bowl again. And in terms of comebacks, you forget. Okay, so it's 28-3. New England's around midfield, and it's 4th and like 8, and they go for it. And they make it just to get to keep that drive going, which would allow them to get to 28-9. And then Gostkowski misses the kick. And so instead of 28-10, it's 28-9. Then they had to kick a field goal. It's 28-12. It was just marvelous. When you go back and watch it, you sit there and you watch it, you take it all in, and it's great. But anyway, I just
and also kind of percolating this weekend, there's the anti-Jalen Hurts. That would be Stetson Bennett, who apparently was in college for 15 years and still didn't have a degree. He don't play. Was it Cardell Jones who said, "I don't play school"?
Yeah,
I don't go to play school
yeah,
when he goes
for football.
Yeah, and so obviously Stetson Bennett must take about a class a year.
Let's get Joe U real quick, and then we'll move on. Good morning, U of Joe.
Top of the morning, boys.
Hello, Joseph.
Happy belated birthday, Dan. Your birthday is the day before mine, so I always remember.
Happy birthday to you too, my friend.
The double nickels, yes sir. I'm still out here celebrating.
I hear you.
Doing my thing. About to get 18 in. It's a wonderful Buccaneer course.
Good for you.
So,
Good.
yes,
What course?
The Buccaneer. I'm in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I'm in St. Croix.
Look at you.
That's all he does.
Yes, sir. I've been ridiculous, bro. And congratulate my baby girl got a master's degree from Arizona State University.
Congratulations, Joe.
I've been all over the world.
Proud daddy. Is she staying out there, or is she coming back?
No, she's in Dallas. She did it online. So she graduated from FAU, and she's living the dream.
God, she was just at FAU, it seems like yesterday.
I know, right? Yeah. I remember I was talking to you about Reagan was she's a special lab. She's board. She says for our board, she's going to be a board-certified behavior analyst. So
good.
She likes that stuff. So speaking of behavior, John Morant, right? One of the things about the video, if you see, his boy literally turns the phone away once he sees Ja dumbass pull the phone out.
Yeah,
because
Joe, that guy is the guy who's banned from Memphis home games. He's the one that allegedly pointed the laser shooter at the Pacers staff. So, yeah, but I don't blame him. Ja's a moron.
Ja's a bad apple. It seems like
he's a moron. Yeah. He's not smart. I mean, I'm not saying moron like as a mean opinion. I'm saying as like a scientific fact. That dude is a moron. Yeah.
And it's an acceptance thing, bro. Just look at he didn't grow up in the hood. He's
right.
Private school, two-parent family, and
private school.
In Memphis, bro. Why are you trying to do that in Memphis? There's a rapper who got killed in Memphis, who's from Memphis, who's actually a gangster. Got killed buying donuts at a bakery.
Yeah. Why do you want to present that way? And by the way, it's especially irresponsible. It's so many young beyond that, Joe. So many African American kids who are in terrible situations, whose mamas and daddies are doing any and everything they can to give them a better chance and get them out of that, to get out of that very lifestyle that this idiot goes on Instagram Live and and flashes like it's something good or cool. It's just irresponsible. It's just
I don't know what the answer is, but punishment generally, you don't realize what's happening until you lose it, type of thing. And losing $100 million is probably going to be at the age of 24, probably 24. He's going to learn the hard way, unfortunately. But the life teaches you a lesson. Man, hopefully he'll come back.
Joe, before you go, on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, someone's wondering if you just called in just to flex your location.
I would have said all the other locations I've been to this month. That was the case.
All right, we got to run,
Yeah,
Joe. Enjoy the Virgin Islands.
Enjoy it, bro. We love you.
Don't let them get the best of you. That coconut rum will get you. Be careful. All right, it's the Monday Morning Quarterback, DivorceMenOnly.com.
On 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Wherever you go, there we are.
I know. I checked online.
1010XL is on your smartphone and tablet. Download our free app for all devices and take us with you around Duval and around the world.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
All right, gang, when you got a problem, you know what you need? You need a problem solver, and that's what my friends Chad and Sandy at ChadandSandy.com are. In fact, they're problem solvers that come with a promise. It's prime home selling season. Right now, home buyers are actively looking, and with mortgage rates stabilizing, now is the ideal time to get your home sold for maximum dollar. Make the smart choice. Hire the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy Newman. Look, you may have what you think is a problem, and it's really not one at all. You want maximum equity from your home, but not sure how? Leave that to Chad and Sandy, because they are making you this guarantee. Your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Lynn in Orange Park, I wanted to move to be closer to family. Heard about Chad and Sandy's success guarantee on the radio. I hired them. My home sold above list in 3 days. Call the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy at ChadandSandy.com, 904-414-6200, 904-414-6200, or ChadandSandy.com.
Life is short, and if we spend our time suffering with pain and it takes away our joy, that's not a very good way to live.
He's right. It's hard to be happy when you're in constant pain. QC Kinetics patient Chad admits the chronic pain in his knee really robbed his quality of life.
When I was going to the traditional doctor and getting the pain pills, my smile wasn't as big as it usually is. Going to my high school reunion on crutches, it was awful.
But then Chad visited QC Kinetics. He experienced the real power behind natural regenerative treatments. Using healing properties from his own body, QC Kinetics was able to restore and repair damaged tissue, finally giving Chad lasting relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime.
And I'm feeling on top of the world because of QC Kinetics.
Learn how advanced regenerative medicine can help your body heal itself at QC Kinetics. Call now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Now is the perfect time to make sure your home is protected from storms by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. Get $500 off a full roof replacement and $250 off roof repairs. Plus, same as cash financing for 12 months. This offer expires May 31st and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 123-0747, CBC 125-8484.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing spring specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Business owners know Andy's Automotive and Truck Services for routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs. Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize downtime and keep your fleet on the road. Visit andysats.com.
Hey, Hickett here from my friends at Shark Coatings. I've done it. You've done it. Some of you haven't done it. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com. Get that free estimate. It's real easy. You know you want to do it. You know, it's a luxury, but you want to do it because it's not. It's needed. What it does is it makes your house so much bigger and better. Gives you endless opportunities. And what you do is you go to sharkfloorcoatings.com, free estimate, pick your pattern. The boys from Shark Coatings do the rest. 15-year warranty. So much better than epoxy. Get it done in one day. You got to see it to believe it. You'll be glad you did. Change your garage from a storage unit to a room with endless possibilities. New construction, set your install date, anything concrete, pools, driveways, patios. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com for all your info and thank me later.
From the very beginning, 1010XL has encouraged and recognized the accomplishments of local scholar athletes.
Wednesdays on the Franchi Show.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
And the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting, prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting!
Oh boy, it's golf majors time again, and the PGA Championship is back this week. And again, we have the PGA Heroes versus the Live Villains. So get your golf bets in now at MyBookie. ET here, and if you haven't signed up yet, you need to. This is going to be must-see TV, and you can bet long odds with big golf sweats and even bigger cash. Outright winners and long odds, and they hit. But the real fun is live betting. You can live bet golf every day, Thursday through Sunday. I'm telling you, if you haven't signed up yet for MyBookie, go ahead and do it now for the PGA Championship. Take advantage of crazy boosted odds. MyBookie is the only online sports book that make you feel like you just hit the sweet spot every single time. Getting started is simple. Sign up today at MyBookie and use promo code 1010XL to secure your first deposit bonus of $100. It's that simple. Deposit $200 and play with $300 instantly. Just use promo code 1010XL to claim your bonus betting with MyBookie. Bet the PGA Championship anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We got some high-stress local sports tonight, dude.
Oh, yeah.
The Jacksonville Icemen, who I proclaimed dead and buried, went down 3-0 on Friday morning.
Risen from the ashes.
Lo and behold, won 2 this weekend down at the Florida Everblades, and they've gotten right back in the series. They've got 2 home games on home ice now. Overall, there's still this feel that they have been dominated in this series more than the 3-2 score.
Right.
Right. I mean, Florida won the first game 6-2 or 3. I think they've had one overtime game, and they lost another, and then they've won a couple of.
We got to try to get her done tonight.
Sure,
and just force a game 7, then anything can happen. It's been terrific, and the great thing is they won those 2 on the road.
Yeah, so if you're looking for something, you get back home. I mean, they're both at home. It's not like NHL where they go 2-2, 1-1-1.
No, it's a fun.
It's old school.
Fun
2,
game
3,
to go
2.
to. Tonight's a good one to go check it out. Hey, 40-12, 6 in the RPI. That sounds like a top 8 national seed to me, and that's what the Gators are looking at here. If they can, they are in pretty good shape. They have Kentucky left, I think, and I think that's it. So they swept Vanderbilt. That was not out of left field, but it was a little bit of a surprise for me that.
Well, the Florida's been kind of scuffling a little bit lately, right? Went out to, was it Texas A&M that swept them a couple series ago?
I don't think they swept them, but yeah,
they got swept by someone, didn't they? Recently. In the last 4 weeks, the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, they won 1 of 3 against A&M. They swept Missouri. Yeah, they haven't gotten.
Okay, so it was the one. It was,
South Carolina swept
there you
them,
go.
but they were 6th in the country.
I
too,
hear you,
at the
but
time.
still.
But so we'll see. So yeah, they finish up with Kentucky, and then the SEC tournament up there in Hoover.
Is Kentucky good this
Alabama.
year? I know
Kentucky's
they can be
decent.
good.
Yeah, they're decent. So
I did see the top 5 not long ago, and 4 of the top 5 were SEC teams. Is it still like that?
It's impressive.
I mean, it was like Vandy, Florida, South Carolina, LSU.
I saw my neighbor LSU Jerry yesterday, and
how's he doing?
Well, I'll give him. I had to give him credit. Apparently LSU is like number 2 in the country.
Correct.
But they got these issues with pitching because they got 2 guys down with Tommy John, 2 of their big guys. They got a stud.
LSU has, by the way, just for people that might not know, they have the projected top 2 picks in Major League Draft, and that's never happened before.
So he says to me yesterday morning, we're out, I was out making things happen. And
Sure you were.
Saw a big turtle. Took a picture
ya?
of the big turtle
Okay.
yesterday. Yeah, in the hood, in the bay.
What was the turtle doing?
He was just sunning himself.
He was lost. You probably should have picked him up, taken him to water.
Should I have? He was too big for me to pick up. I'm not picking.
I have seen people that are so animal friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people stop like on a crowded road, get out of the car, and move a turtle off of the road who's trying to cross.
Now that's nice.
Yeah, good luck trying to cross if you're a turtle.
That's tough.
Yeah, you're awful slow.
But anyway, so I said, LSU Jerry was telling me they're playing Mississippi State this weekend, and he's like, yeah, he's telling me how it breaks down. He goes, and then today we have no pitching, and they have no pitching, so it'll be like 14 to 13. I look up yesterday, and it was 14-13, except the wrong team won. I said, dang.
He nailed it then.
Spot on that. Shout out LSU Jerry. So, but anyway, yeah, the SEC tournament should be great. And then I mentioned Florida going to Stanford in softball. Oklahoma 51-1, and FSU, by the way, is like third seed
They're
overall.
very good. Yeah.
So they got
it this year. Florida and FSU just played last week, I believe.
Played 2 this year, and FSU won them both. Unfortunately.
What has happened to Florida's top 5 soft? Just like a bridge year, or
you got to have the pitching, man.
They weren't in it. Were they in it last year or 2 years? It was 2 years ago, wasn't it?
They're in and out.
Weren't they in the final series against Oklahoma just a couple of years ago? Or
it's been a while.
Leading on the softball expert here,
I mean, what do you want me to tell you? I mean, I remember they lost to Oklahoma when Brooks was in Cooperstown and he was 12.
That could be very true. I sometimes will do that. I will attach the.
Yeah.
Well, let me just look at the women's College World Series history. We'll just see what the heck we got here. We'll get to that.
I finished 14th last year. Last year they were.
Oklahoma beat Texas last year. They beat Florida State the year before.
Mm-hmm.
There was no Final Four in 20.
Yeah.
In 19, UCLA beat Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
In 18, FSU beat Washington. And in 17, Oklahoma beat Florida. Oklahoma and Florida won back-to-back in 14-15.
Yeah.
It's been a while. But Oklahoma has won 4 of the last 6 that were played. They beat Texas in their conference final, and Texas is like top 2 or 3 also.
Oh, yeah.
Texas is who they beat last year.
Oklahoma, for those who don't know, is 51-1 this year.
That's pretty good.
And they lost the girl who was the all-time home run hitting.
That big girl.
Yeah.
Biggin. Who beat them?
I don't know.
No one knows.
No one knows. I think Texas.
That will make sense.
That'd be my guess, but I don't know. Let's look.
Yeah, Oklahoma's 1, UCLA is 2, Texas
Baylor.
is 7. Baylor beat
4-3.
Baylor is number 16 in the country.
Yeah.
Your Lady Gators are 21, but 35-19. Not exactly. You get to the top, you got teams that are like 50-3, 48-6.
They're basically.
They have no chance because of the pitching.
They're going to Stanford too. Yeah. They got to go out there. They're going to lose.
Stanford's number 6 in the country, but they're 39-12.
Yeah.
I mean,
they also have 2 of the best pitchers in the country.
I would rather face the team with 12 though than one of those like 50-4s, 41-6s.
Sure you would.
I'm smart that way. All right, I'm going to mention a guy as we go to break here. We'll come back for the 9 o'clock hour.
Please do.
That I'm going to imagine that you've never heard of, but I bet you there are plenty in our audience that have, and his name is, have you ever heard the name Doyle Brunson? You know who Doyle Brunson is?
Yeah, he passed away. He was one of the greatest poker players of all time, and a very nice man, they all say.
Very, very nice man, and he was...
By the way, I got to jump in here.
Okay,
that was a tortoise. If you drop it in the water, you will kill it.
Huh? No, I didn't say throw him in the water. Okay?
You did. You said take him to the water.
I did.
You're trying me to kill the turtle.
Who said this? Which veterinarian has been at Pablo Bay to know which is the tortoise? Again,
he saw the picture probably.
Huh?
You don't go to social media. I took a lovely picture of the big fella.
Yeah. Okay. Tell that guy that I got a one-way ticket to Hockey Sticks.
What do you mean?
And it's got his name all over it. Don't come in like you're... Who's the Jack Hanna? Okay, I'm just going to suggest that guy don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Perhaps you like this one better. My drunk buddy tried to kiss a turtle and bit a hunk of his lip off.
Now, see, that's much more...
Maybe you like that one better.
That's much more engaging than know-it-all who says that's a tortoise. I'm going to also say that it's not a tortoise without even looking.
E, do you have Iceman tickets to give away tonight? The fans want to know.
Oh, but anyway, let me finish.
Unfortunately, no.
No, he doesn't.
Doyle Brunson at the age of 89.
Oh, yeah.
Poker's boom started when ESPN did the World Series of Poker, and there was this dude, Chris Moneymaker. What a name, right?
I remember Moneymaker.
Okay, Moneymaker got the whole boom going, but as Moneymaker did that and poker became mainstream, Doyle Brunson was like the godfather. He was on all the televised shows and all the, he's got famous hands, and Texas Dolly is what they called him at the age of 89. He passed. We're going to have to come back and do that on the other side.
All right.
$1,000,000%. Get his number. Let's call him right back. We'll talk to Jason Gibson. His team is back home this weekend.
Yes.
Well, let's do the drill. The Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Because you're not the only car on I-95.
Look, I need a spacecraft, something that can travel 300 times the speed of light.
It's the Frangie Show.
Seatbelts.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Did you hear what's happening? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are spring cleaning. New inventory on the ground means the old has to go. Take advantage of the lowest prices of the new year by saving thousands on thousands of vehicles priced to sell. New and pre-owned prices have been reduced, and all sales associates have been instructed to give maximum value on all trades. But you better hurry. That's right. Best deals go first. Head to Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville to take advantage of the spring cleaning sale. We're here to wow you.
Hey, we all want to feel better. That's a fact, especially when our back hurts or maybe you got pain going down that leg. You know what we're talking about. It's my friend Dr. Alan Nathans at Nathans Family Chiropractic comes into play. Serving Jacksonville for 25 years, he's got a no-needle regenerative clinic, part of the 100-Year Lifestyle Network. We're all living longer, gang. If your back hurts, if you got that bulging, herniated, degenerated disc, sciatica, stenosis. Well, Dr. Nathans, he's going to get you right. He uses the DRX 9000 non-surgical decompression table. Gently unbulges, unherniates discs that are causing back pain. Don't do another cortisone injection. Look, we're living longer. We want to live healthy. Want to golf. Want to work out. Want to dance. For all your information, check out Dr. Alan Nathans and the 100-Year Lifestyle at drnathans.com. drnathans.com.
If you're often tired, have trouble exercising, or your heartbeat feels irregular, you might have atrial fibrillation, or AFib. Left untreated, AFib can put a strain on your heart and increase your risk of a stroke. But the new Heart Rhythm Center at Baptist Health can help. With the latest treatment options for heart disorders like AFib, our team of specialists can get you feeling stronger again. Learn more at baptistjacks.com/AFib or call 904-202-2342.
If you have a family member who is on active duty or a veteran, now is the time to call Zero Res and get a 25% military discount. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, tile, upholstery, or oriental rugs. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Hey folks, Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet. Are you tired of overpaying for tires? Well, cruise into Tire Outlet for the best selection, best quality, and best prices on the tires you need to keep you and your family safe on the road. With over 40 years of experience and 15 locations across Florida, Tire Outlet is the brand you can trust to perform great service at a great price. Our expert technicians are ready to do the maintenance and repairs to keep your vehicle performing its best. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet. Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather starting to turn for the better, look ahead. Get that backyard ready for spring with a new screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are best in the business. If you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable, no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt, you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
ITB Partners, the official financial firm for the station to beat inflation.
Whoa, Dan. People don't want to joke about their money, not during these tough times.
You mean they'd rather hear about how ITP Partners takes our money and makes us more money?
Now you're talking. They make financial planning simple and easy to understand, even for a couple of slappies like us.
Those guys have been serving Hickets for 3 generations. Junie bugged me. I even got my son Juju being smart with his money in his 20s.
It's never too early to talk with Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Brian Wright, Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Craig Ross.
Financial questions, ideas, or thoughts, email chris@itbpartners.com.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8-SPARKY. Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm E.T. Your Jacksonville Jaguars open up the season on the road against the division rival Indianapolis Colts. However, their second game will be a home game, the home opener against the Kansas City Chiefs. Head coach Doug Peterson spoke on the season home opener.
You know, it's a great home opener for us. Obviously, we went there twice last year, Super Bowl, team, obviously, and we know them, they know us, and should be a good game, and we look forward to it.
Your Jaguars will also be playing in some primetime action. Monday, December 4th, they will be playing at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. And on Sunday, December 17th, they're back at home for Sunday Night Football against the Baltimore Ravens. Currently, it's 9:12 and it's 77 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the program. This on social media. I like this. This is a wife posting this, so I'm going to read it to you guys. It's video included. I'll retweet it, but for the purpose of radio, I'm just going to read it. You think your husband is over the top. This was my husband's fantasy football draft. And they did it up big time at a resort. And so then flew to Punta Cana with all 10 members of the league.
Okay.
All right.
They take it
Video
serious,
of them
huh?
on the airline, drinking, having fun. Arrived at their all-inclusive resort. Got video content of the trip. Had a green jacket ceremony for last year's winner. So they've got all these girls around the 10 guys, and the winner's got the green jacket on.
Oh, man, this goes well with the wives and girlfriends?
I don't.
The wags? How the wags feeling, Nick?
Yes, green jacket and all. They show the guy. Last year's loser had a calendar shoot and presented it. So like a shirtless we've talked about that, right? The calendar shoot.
Mm-hmm.
So last year's loser had to do the calendar shoot, and he's shirtless in every shot. Competed for their draft picks and watched their football teams take the W. She put go Knowles, so it might be hope they enjoy coaching their imaginary football teams. They're all around the pool. So I mean that's taking it to the nth degree, but pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Speaking of pretty good stuff, our Jacksonville Sharks are back at it, right?
Yes, you bet.
Now, E, correct me if I'm wrong. Did the win with the kids running around on the field, does that count as a win for you?
Oh, that's a win for me.
No, I don't know, Coach. That's a practice, right? I mean, our guy's 0-2. It's all on him. He's 0-2 in the Shark Tank. We apologize. We're trying to get him to do better.
What's up, Coach?
Are you sure this is the hometown show?
That's our guy.
Cow.
We blame our guy.
Yeah, you talking about me, Coach.
Nah.
No, we're talking about.
Nah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. What's going on, fellas?
That's all good, man. What do we got? We got
Albany Empire.
And you got a quarterback change. You picked up a guy that I know you're pretty confident in. You've had a little bit of time here to kind of reassess. You how do you feel? Where's your energy going into this week's game as a squad?
Defense. just going in. We're going to play better defense. I mean, we're leading league in scoring. So, but we're 2-2. So, you got to evaluate everything. But we got to pick some things up on special teams and score more points on special teams and create a little more havoc on defense. And get after. Well, we picked up Sam Casanova from Albany. He was league MVP last year. We picked up Markel Wade, local kid from Arkansas. That's Markel's an outstanding vet. So those are two huge pickups for us heading into this monster game Saturday. So
now, what's the situation with this franchise? Is this the Antonio Brown franchise, the Albany Empire?
It is. All I can do is worry about Jacksonville Sharks.
Well, listen, you know more about Arena League than anybody I know.
Yeah.
So
I do, but
what
that's
the
my
hell is going on in Albany? I mean,
I'm just here so I don't get fined. So yeah, I'm not. I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if you sell your franchise to Antonio Brown, you should have a certain expectation on how it's going to go.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I guess your quarterback maybe plays with a little extra motivation, or is that kind of stuff overblown?
No, he's a good guy. He's just a good guy. He's a good player. He's not the league MVP for nothing. And of course we've been really lucky not having Connor, and Connor was leading the league and everything, and then now he goes out, and so it's a good chance to bring in a veteran quarterback who's won a couple championships, and that helps us. So just a huge game Saturday night.
And a good opportunity for the fans to get out again and get those tickets. It's a wonderful time you'll have in the arena, the Shark Tank. The Sharks have proven over the course of years to have one of the biggest home field advantages, and that's continuing this year. Lost a couple, man. I mean, those bio whisper one-pointers, I barely count those, Coach. I know you do, but
no, I have to count them. Trust me.
Yeah,
But make sure everybody's got to get their tickets. It was a 904-621-0700. It's a monster game. I think it's the teacher appreciation night too. So all teachers with their IDs, school employees, it's a BOGO ticket.
All right.
So they need to
wonderful.
call. They need to call the office. They again, the Sharks do a lot of stuff. Do a lot of promotions, and the Sharks will be all over Al's Pizzas tonight because we're doing a fundraiser for special education with donations from the pizzas. So if you want to see some of the Sharks players, will be out there. But again, I got to promote the tickets 904-621-0700, and we're going to get a big win this Saturday. And see everybody out there.
I'm going to make a prediction. I'm making the Sharks 35-point favorites.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that line.
I like it.
Yeah. And I
like it.
And I think they cover the spread. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
All right.
Have a great game, Coach.
Appreciate it. Talk to you next
man.
week.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye.
You did not want to talk about that, but that's a chaotic group up there. I don't even know.
Again, if you
the hell's going on up there?
If you sell any part of anything you own to Antonio Brown, I don't know what you expect the results to be.
I mean, our quarterback got locked out of his hotel room.
And he's an MVP, by the way. The guy's the MVP of the league. This is how this guy – who sells anything to Antonio Brown and expects
Has Antonio been able to save the franchise? Do they have enough? I mean, what do they got coming down here?
By the way, every single person on the text line, your guy, as I predicted, was wrong. It's not a tortoise. It is a turtle.
So I should have taken it to a water.
100%.
So I may have killed the turtle.
You killed him. But just selfishness, greed.
Greed. I was greedy. So it wasn't you.
It's a Florida softshell turtle. The poor joker right now is probably burnt to a crisp in the middle of some road somewhere because Dan would have picked him up and take him to water.
He was in the grass sunning himself.
Okay.
He looked like he was very happy.
So was he close to water?
I mean, he was in a yard.
Okay.
It was a beautiful day.
I have a Shazam Spotlight. In 75 years of baseball, the Shazam Spotlight brought to you by my guy Dale Murray, Shazam Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive and save on those big city prices, right? Truck guy here, sending you in the right spot. I promise you. All right. FSU's been playing baseball for 75 years. They're having their first losing season, and they're going to miss the postseason.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time. What did you tell me it was, like 30, 40 years?
45 years.
45 years. They're missing the postseason for the first time in 45 years. They're having a losing season for the first time ever. And, by the way, that leaves Vanderbilt with the longest current postseason streak, and it's just 16 years. So this is just out of nowhere. Who would have expected this, right? And I know they say Link Jarrett is the guy. FSU got off to a pretty good start this year, didn't they, Dan?
Damn you. Shazam. I've got some terrific breaking news.
Wow.
I need some sort of breaking news jingle. It's so good. That's what I need. I've got to get this out to the Googans right now. This is fantastic. I don't know if you've seen it yet, so if you have,
I haven't. What are you?
You may have. This is big. This is big.
Okay.
And it was much bigger when we were younger, but thank you. This from the 1010XL newsroom. Scoop Hicken here. I have the cover girl for the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
I saw that.
It's a joke, isn't it?
This is legit.
This isn't legit.
It is legit.
It can't be
There
legit.
is no joke here. I have confirmed with sources that the beautiful, sexy, octogenarian Martha Stewart will grace the cover
That can't be right.
of Sports Illustrated. 81 years young and still smoking hot.
I mean, still?
I mean,
whenever. Huh?
Martha, Mary, and Mabel. Now, there are some
why
other...
am I seeing that Megan Fox and Brooks Nader and some
I'm
other
reading
girl?
your Sports Illustrated swimsuit 2023 cover models are Martha Stewart, Megan Fox, Kim Petras, and Brooks Nader.
Martha showing cheeks.
Dude,
booby.
SI, I mean,
She's going booby.
This started a while ago with SI.
Mm-hmm.
When, whatever. I mean, whatever, dude. 81-year-olds shouldn't be swimsuit models. You know, your time for swimsuit modeling was, 50 years
Also,
ago.
as long as we're in the 9 o'clock
Stop it.
nasty, can I get the winning song? Eurovision wrapped up this weekend.
Oh, did it? Have you
And
given
I'm not
it to
sure if it
already?
was Ya Ya Ding Dong or not. I don't know what won. I need to hear the winning song for Eurovision.
The winning song? Hold
Yeah,
on,
I know you're going to have to find it.
Yeah,
This is
not
happening
Eurovision,
like
the movie that we told you to watch,
No.
which I'm sure you haven't yet
No.
because of all the movie suggestions we've given you, you've sat on them.
Haven't watched a damn movie
That
yet.
there is a real Eurovision, which we were surprised to learn after watching the Eurovision movie
Correct.
with Ya Ya Ding Dong because we thought it was just some,
We had a Eurovision.
parody.
We wrapped up Eurovision 2023.
What country won? What
Sweden
nation?
won.
Sweden? Oh, I think is
might
that
be
not Ya
Dancing
Ya Ding
Queen.
Dong?
Yeah, she beat Loreen Tattoo of Sweden was your winner. Ding dong. My love for you. She beat Karja. Cha cha cha. Oh, the song is Tattoo. Is this it? Here's the winning song of Eurovision 2023. Beating Cha 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 from Finland. Oh. Winning song.
This is a redo.
This is not a redo. This is Tattoo.
This is what's this song? This is a song I've heard before. You stole it from. You know what it is? You hear it.
Hang on. It's Tattoo. From Loreen from Sweden. Eurovision winner. She's going to kick into something big here. Build up.
It gives me Rihanna vibes.
Does it? She's got to hit the big note here. Eurovision. Tattoo. She doesn't care. Also, by the way, have you played 98 Braves yet for Morgan Wallen, my favorite song? I need some of that as well.
98 Braves? I mean, why you got to throw that?
I had that on deck.
Thank you,
I don't
brother.
understand. I don't get it. I don't know why you would do this.
I'm just shocked that you knew the tune. We told you about it.
This has been out for a while.
Hold on, Jeff. He trying you like you ain't up to date. Like
He doesn't
not-
know TT from Bad Bunny, did he? Shut your mouth.
I didn't know that either.
No, I brought you that one.
While you play 98 Braves, the season that ended, I believe, with a playoff loss to the Padres.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I'll take this opportunity to maybe update the Googans on today's Major League Baseball standings. Hot this morning. We'll start in the East, where the 23 Braves are 25-15. Good for already a fat 5-game lead over the Phillies, and the Mets tied with the Marlins 5.5 back.
Oh.
Enjoy 98 Braves as we take you off the break.
That Atlanta Magic got put out by them damn Padres. And I guess destiny ain't always meant to be. That's what it said, Jeff.
I remember it well, Dan. I remember 98 Brave. I assume that Morgan Wallen is approaching it from a wistful, what could have been,
I remember
storyline.
sitting at that house, living room couch, thinking
was
no
hard.
way them boys would win between them big three pitchers, Andrew and Chipper.
Yeah.
It was going to be hard to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Hey, very right. Bobby Cox, way overrated. He is. Way overrated. I mean, the guy 14, you win the division 14 years in a row, you win one World Series. We could have gotten anybody from any college campus in the world and won more than that.
Take us to break, 98 Braves.
That was a good bar. Andrew and Chipper. It's going to be hard to keep up with the Joneses.
Oh, they had Greg Maddux, John Smoltz, and Tom Glavine for like 7-8 years anchoring their pitching staff. 1-1.
It's NASCAR's All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Are you kidding me?
Sunday night, brought to you by Famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube, servicing every customer like they're famous. On Jacksonville's NASCAR station, 1010XL.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Attention golfers, Hidden Hills Golf Club has become an attractive destination for golfers all over North Florida. You too will enjoy our classic Arnold Palmer design that'll test your game and keep you coming back. Book a tee time today at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Bueller. Look, folks, I've been hearing it my whole life. But the truth is, there's never been a better time to stay cooler with Bueller. Right now, we can send a qualified Bueller technician to perform a thorough tune-up and cleaning of your AC system for just $119. We'll even include up to 1 pound of refrigerant to balance your system for peak cooling performance this summer. Now that's staying cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Yo, E.T. here, and if you like going to the casino, then you're going to love the revamped online casino at MyBookie. They have a live casino option where you play blackjack with a real person, a live dealer, just like you're sitting at the blackjack table in Vegas. Roulette, that's my thing. And they got that too. A live casino option puts you on a table with a live person spinning the roulette wheel, just like at the casino. If you haven't checked out the new live casino option yet, go to mybookie.ag now and see what I'm talking about. I've been playing all last week and it's awesome. If you like to play Pai Gow Poker or Ultimate Texas Hold'em here locally, then now you can play from the comfort of your own home. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas vibe, and the best part is, you don't even have to wear pants, my boy. Of course you get a generous sign-up bonus using the promo code 1010XL. That's promo code 1010XL to secure a sweet deposit bonus. Sign up today at MyBookie and check out their revamped online casino. Take it from me and check out the live casino tab for blackjack and roulette. Play anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Hey, gang, you know we love trivia. I got some trivia for you. Did you know that the only 2% of U.S. beef is graded prime? ABBQ is the only Northeast Florida barbecue restaurant that uses only prime brisket and slow smokes using only wood. The slow-cooked prime brisket cooked using only wood produces the most succulent, mouth-watering brisket you'll ever taste. So come and experience the prime brisket at ABBQ, where the taste is always unforgettable. Visit us today. Satisfy your cravings for the best barbecue in town at ABBQ. Come meet and drink with us.
Hard to believe that 2023 is here. I'm Kevin with Gutter Helmet and Armor Guard Exteriors. The home improvement supply chain has been sketchy at best. Our local manufacturers continue to deliver on time, from gutters to gutter protection, retractable awnings and screens, replacement windows, and glass and ice. Start your home improvement project now and receive 18 months, 0 interest, and no money down. But you have to call now, 904-906-8669.
No games, no problem.
That's the crazy part.
Football season's always in season on Jaguars Today with Mike Dempsey, Fat Tony, and E.T.
From the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
10 to noon weekdays on 1010XL.
If you have a family member who is on active duty or a veteran, now is the time to call Zero Res and get a 25% military discount. That's 25% off carpet cleaning, tile, upholstery, or oriental rugs. Zero Res, spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Don't ignore plumbing leaks. They can lead to mold and mildew or structural damage and drain your wallet. So when you have a leak and can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Sportsmen, shooting enthusiasts, and public safety professionals. For over 50 years, we have been your #1 stop best prices on apparel, holsters, flashlights, and more. Look no further than GT Distributors. Celebrate GT Day's sales event with the best prices on everything you need to gear up. This is going to be bigger than ever, and it's happening only at GT Distributors, Friday and Saturday, May 19th and 20th. 2 days only, and you'll save 20% off select brands. That's 20% off top brands like Gerber, Safariland, and Magpul. Come meet factory reps, hourly door prices, and a firearm giveaway on both days. Don't miss this huge store-wide event. GT Days, May 19th and 20th at GT Distributors, 2285 Kingsley Avenue, Suite A2 in Orange Park. Showroom hours are Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. For more information, visit gtdist.com. Restrictions apply. Sale excludes guns, ammo, optics, Surefire, Wellen.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the program. Little Monday edition of The Drill. Good things happening here. Lots to talk about. We're down to our Final Four in the NBA. It's the same as it was in the bubble. The Heat Celtics apparently play every year. I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is the third time in the last 4 years that those two are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Doesn't feel like that. In fact, somebody sent in, I guess, the last 13 Eastern Conference Finals, the Heat have been in 7 of them.
Jeez.
Now you had 4 there with LeBron and the boys, so they did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the third in the last 4 years. Doesn't feel that way. Do you give the Heat a chance? I don't know how with the personnel issues they've got. Boston has seemed like the best team, right? I mean, maybe Milwaukee before we started the whole thing, but Boston can slip up a game or two and still be good enough overall to win series, right? They haven't been great though. I mean, my Hawks stink, Hick. And they let them hang around for 6 games. Atlanta went in. Boston has been very bad at closing teams out. And the further along you get and the better the team is, I guess my point is this. Don't fall behind the Heat 3-2.
Yeah.
They may not let you come into their home court and beat them because they don't have weak-minded guys like James Harden in particular who are willing, who are likely to go AWOL. And so that's what happened. That's what happened with the Celtics and the Sixers. I mean, the Celtics ran into like 2 of the weakest teams mentally, psychologically you could run into. The Hawks, who are a disaster, and the Sixers. James Harden played the worst game. James Harden is done, bro, and he cannot play in Philly. He's got to be cut today. He's got to be released. He needs to shave his beard to walk safely down the streets of Philly. He played the worst big game of basketball in history yesterday. This dude fell all over himself on the court like a 7-year-old playing upward for the first time. He was a disaster. Strictly on him. And Embiid's got a lot of nerve talking about not getting help when he, wet the bed like he did yesterday. But at least he's been there all along. The last 2 games with the Sixers up 3-2. You know how many points Harden's had combined? 22. So if we're going, he's going to take a victory lap after the 42 points and 13 assists or whatever, there's a couple of crazy games. You want to talk about just melting in the moment. James Harden yesterday played the worst big game by a superstar. Well, since Klay Thompson showed us why, we'll take Pippen. Because Klay Thompson shot the Golden State Warriors out of the playoffs on Friday night.
Yeah,
he was awful, and he kept firing him.
Kept firing, baby.
Just kept firing. He started like 1 for 10. He'd fire up another one.
Yeah.
Because they got back in the game, and he fired them out of it again.
Gators move up to number 4 in the country with the sweep of Vanderbilt. 25th time the Gators have won 40 games in the regular season. Most regular season wins since Florida won 41 in 2018. should get a national seed now as long as they have a good weekend against Kentucky, and they're in pretty good shape. Wake Forest is 1, Arkansas is 2, Stanford is 3, Florida is 4, LSU drops to 5. So again, it's Arkansas, Florida, LSU, 3 of the top 5 from the SEC. Then you have West Virginia, which West Virginia is 6th in the country. Clemson, Coastal Carolina, still playing good baseball. UConn, Oregon State, Miami's 11th. Vanderbilt fell all the way to 12th. They dropped them a lot in this top 25. So different top 25s obviously out there, but that's the one I'm referring
to.
The
NCAA, I'm sure there's a net ranking just like we look at in
RPI. I think Florida was 6th.
Yeah, they're going to, almost almost a lock to get that 8. You want to get that 8, right? I mean, then you get not just 1 but 2.
E, are you ready to trend? Darn right he is.
Figured I'd switch it up.
I like it. Boom. Boom. Boom.
It's brought to you by Pet Paradise, by the way. They're booming all over town. Locations near you. Don't fall for the imitators. Go with the innovator, and that's Pet Paradise. The best pet health care. Even the pickiest pet parents out there, you're going to be on board with me. Everything from overnight boarding to resort-style day camp. And don't forget the New Day Veterinary Care at the Pet Paradise locations all over the South.
Number 5.
Mark Cuban was trending.
What did he do?
As of late.
Oh, boy.
And he did something, only people like him can do. Mark Cuban set the Guinness World Record back in 1999, and it still stands for the largest e-commerce purchase online. In 1999, billionaire Mark Cuban bought a Gulfstream V business jet over the internet for $40 million. And the purchase put him in the Guinness Book of World Records, where he still holds the title for the largest single e-commerce transaction.
Wow. Who knew?
It's something about I like him. He doesn't come off as like somebody I wouldn't want to work for. I like
Cuban?
Mark Cuban.
Yeah, I'm okay with him too.
And I like him on Shark Tank too. I want to have a sit down with him. Mark, come holler at me. I got some ideas.
Number 4.
That you do.
I don't know why this is such a thing amongst celebrities, but I guess it's because it's not our world. But A$AP Rocky and Rihanna reveals name of their son on his first birthday. So that's crazy. It took them a year for people to find out the baby's name. Gentlemen, you got to guess of what the baby's
wait a
name.
minute. It's Rihanna and who?
A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like a.
Is it a name like
Wasn't
Matthew?
it abbreviations like RZA or something?
Yeah, it's RZA.
RZA. So it's literally RZA.
It's spelled RZA.
What does that stand for?
It's a rapper in the group Wu-Tang.
Oh, Wu-Tang.
Uh-huh. So the baby's name is RZA. RZA.
Okay. You know, I learned something this week, Pros, about PGA Tour. There are 2 Woos out there.
Okay.
On the tour.
Yeah, Dylan Wu and Brandon Wu.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I played them both this week, and I wasn't sure who would be any good.
Yeah, so I get confused. I don't know which is which, but I did learn that there are 2 Woos, and now the Wu-Tang has RZA. Now, if you're the rapper and the daddy, why would you name your son after another rapper?
Probably pay an homage.
Homage.
Mm-hmm.
Is RZA a legend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Considered a legend.
Is he older?
Older.
Okay.
Just Wu-Tang in general, just a group of legends.
Okay.
Like true hip-hop.
Okay.
Number 3.
Oh, this one really tickled my fancy. I'm a big fan of Chick-fil-A.
Oh.
I love the
Aren't we
spicy
all?
chicken sandwiches, but whenever I want to get my health kick on, I'll get the market salad. But
Okay.
I gotta have the zesty apple vinaigrette. Woo.
Oh, yes.
I always ask for extra. Always ask for extra. Well, Chick-fil-A, they're bottling their dressing, and you can get it in grocery stores soon.
That's kind of it's smart. It's popular to do it. Your boy here has Taco Bell mild sauce in his fridge.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, from the same, along those same lines. So yeah, if you're one of the, I always thought McDonald's should, go ahead and make it official and put that that Thousand Island dressing in. Call it the Big Mac special sauce. There's a lot of them out there that can do something like that. That's Thousand Island, right?
Exactly. So Chick-fil-A, it's the garden herb ranch dressing, avocado lime ranch dressing, the creamy salsa dressing and the zesty apple cider vinaigrette dressing. You can get that real soon.
Wow.
I'm not a dressing guy, so these things I always just
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
tune out. And I get it. If you're a salad lover, dressing kind of makes it. I'll do a little bit of like a ranch on the side. That's about it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have you had the zesty apple vinaigrette?
I will never, ever in my life put the zesty apple vinaigrette on my salad. I hate vinegar. So, yeah, I will
It's
never,
so
ever do
fire.
it. I eat my salads kind of like a rabbit does.
Yeah?
Yeah, just eat
Dry?
them. They got enough flavor for me. Yeah.
Looking
But I
good
do.
too,
I
by
need
the
like
way.
some black olives, maybe some banana peppers. I need something like that to spice it up. But I can eat I can eat some ranch. That's changed. I mean, used to I would eat nothing.
Number 2.
There's a saying, man. This is how rich people stay rich. They give them everything. They just give them everything.
Yeah.
Adele, she is slated to make $2 million nightly for her Vegas residency shows.
$2 million nightly?
Uh-huh.
That ain't bad work.
It's not bad work. So she's recently signed a residency at Caesar's Palace after agreeing to do another 34 shows.
34 more shows?
The multiple Grammy winner. She had a 60 show deal total.
Okay.
And she just completed a stretch of 26 performances that ended April 16th, where she gained $100 million.
I was surprised to see when we were in Vegas, but when you go into an Adele show, they give you a card to the suicide hotline. Just in case her music depresses you to the point that you're going to end your life right there inside.
Adele's a lovely woman,
inside
a
the
wonderful
arena.
singer.
Yes, she is. If she would use that beautiful voice that she has to sing anything powerful and uplifting, instead of every song that she sings makes you honestly want to grab a rope and just,
It's not true.
throw yourself off the pier. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's the most depressing. Here it is. Yeah, just
beautiful is what it is.
Grab a radio and jump in a shower while
tears
it's
to your
plugged
eyes.
in, dude.
You know who she's dating? You know who her
Yeah,
boyfriend is?
Rich Paul,
Rich Paul.
LeBron's guy. Everything she sings is the same, just so depressed. She must have been a depressed lass growing up. A lot of depression in Adele's life because everything she sings just seems to drip with, end it, Chief. It's not worth it.
Number 1.
Oh, the number 1 trending
Number
topic.
1.
Demetria Jamel Morant, a.k.a. Ja Morant, a.k.a. Ja Wick. I'll go watch Ja Wick. Well, he's in the news for flashing a gun again.
Yeah.
Ja. Now, Jeff, you said earlier that you would not trade Ja for Trae
No,
Young.
I wouldn't, and I'm not big on Trey. Ja is untouchable because you can't count on Ja.
You don't think that he could turn it around?
I don't know, but I'm not willing to take that risk that I'll be the one.
He only had one thing to not do.
It's been 2 months.
Just one thing. And he did it. He's right back with the same crew.
And it's the same thing.
He laughed his way. He laughed at everyone. He went on TV. He apologized and said he got help, and it's all BS.
And earlier we were saying, maybe it's mental or there's something. I really just think that it's just an extreme case of immaturity. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Like we said, he grew up in a 2-parent household. He didn't grow up in the hood. It's just an extreme
Don't you feel
case.
like his dad is going to beat the hell out of him at some point?
No, because his dad is like his friend.
Oh, is he?
It seems like now
Well,
I
then
don't
he
know him
shouldn't be.
personally,
Well.
but it just seems like his friend. I just think it's an extreme.
Sometimes you
case
got to parent, man.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you got to be a parent. I don't know. It's just.
I just find it funny that, you can say something and have your whole career canceled. And you can ride around flashing guns on Instagram Live and they might suspend you.
Oh, yeah.
Book his dumb A for a year, dude.
That's what
Sit for a year. There's a salary. You want to come back and, go flying around flashing pieces? Then it'll be lifetime next time. We just had this conversation with you 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And you can't go. So, no, we got no room for this. You want to play that and put it on your Instagram? Go get a job somewhere else. But in our league, where we're trying to make a difference, we ain't playing. So there you go. 1 year. What? You want to make it 2? Come back at me.
That's what Chandler Parsons said. Chandler Parsons, former NBA player, he went on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, one of the social platforms, and tweeted suspend him for a year.
He's just a moron. I mean, I'm not even saying it mean. It's just like matter of fact. Dude, you're a moron. If you get in, you are just.
I don't. There's not a job. this when it comes to
Can
sports.
you? I'm going to kill myself if you don't stop this music.
Keep it rolling.
I try to tell you, it is the most depressing.
Nothing.
It's just Adele.
What?
It's just
I didn't say that.
terrible, man.
Did I say that?
You said it out loud.
I'm sorry. I usually don't say what I think. Must have just blurted it out.
There's not many jobs that you can keep your job after flashing a gun on the internet.
Twice.
Especially when the first time they tell you to stop doing it.
By the way, also, this just in to the moron, kicking the moron factor up one more grade. Not only is he flashing a gun, he seemingly has it like pointed at his head. I mean, that's flapping it around like it's a water pistol. I mean, it's really. I thought it was a joke yesterday. I did. I really said somebody is joking. Right?
First thing I said, ain't no way.
No
Ain't
way that 2 months after that you would take your silly self out and do the same thing.
That's what's trending. We're going to make the turn for home when we come back. Well done, E. Next, right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The most famous county in the country. Duval! 1010XL. Duval.
Attention car buyers, are you noticing markups on vehicles on dealer lots? Well, come to Key Buick GMC, where we never have markups on our vehicles. Ask for Derek or Brian, where we have fair value pricing, no additional markups, as well as the only Buick GMC dealer with a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new Buicks and GMCs. That's only at Key Buick GMC. We are professional grade across from Tinseltown on the corner of South Side and Gate, or go to our website, keybuickgmc.com.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE and frustrated taking pills that don't work, Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that effectively treat your problem. 98% of patients experience immediate results during their first office visit. And for a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Rubinski. The physicians at Prime Men's Medical Center offer the most advanced treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Now men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Guys, to eliminate your frustration in the bedroom, call Prime Men's Medical Center now to take advantage of this exclusive limited-time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free, and you'll see instant results right in the office. Call now, 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
You will love your new custom windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. For a limited time, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off. Plus, special financing is available. You'll enjoy the beauty and quality that only Renewal by Anderson offers. This offer expires May 31st and restrictions apply. Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Want great drinks at a great location without paying outrageous prices? Players Grill has you covered. Monday through Friday, happy hour from 3 to 5 p.m. $15 bottomless mimosas on the weekend. Players Grill, where the neighborhood meets.
Did you know that all graduates of Local 234's apprenticeship program are licensed journeymen? That means all plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs will have hundreds of hours of experience and have passed the Jacksonville City Licensed Journeyman exam. They're the best trained and safest skilled tradespeople in the industry. Don't leave yourself exposed to inadequate workmanship or even danger. Always hire a licensed journeyman. Local 234. Make the right connection. Equal opportunity employer.
Your home value is way up, and you can use that money right now. Pay off credit cards, remodel your house, both, whatever you want. Prosser here for Loan Pronto. Loan Pronto can convert that home equity into cash in as little as 2 weeks with no cost to you and zero hassle. Mike and Joan in Ponte Vedra are called Loan Pronto. They did a Loan Pronto zero cost cash out refi. They got a check for $100,000, used $50 to pay off all their credit cards and a car loan, and used the other $50 to upgrade their master bath and kitchen. They locked in new APR in the 2s and lowered their total monthly bills by hundreds of dollars. Hello? What are you waiting on? Call Loan Pronto now. Convert your home value into cash and put that money to good use. Do it now, and you can even skip your next 2 house payments. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. That's 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval. Not all loans apply.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 15th, 2016, at the PGA Players Championship, world number 1 golfer and reigning PGA champion Jason Day wins by 4 strokes.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org.
Apply by May 18th.
Do you have a plumbing problem that's making you feel like a sitting duck? Call Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic. Our team of expert plumbers will have your pipes flowing smoothly in no time. DuckDuckRooter.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet, keeping 1010XL on track with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
Hello, Tony.
Good morning.
What's cooking on a Monday as you get ready for Jaguars Today with one Michael Dempsey?
We'll look back at the rookie minicamp this weekend. We'll hear from Coach Peterson, who spoke on Friday, but we didn't get a chance to get into that sound before we got into the weekend here on Jaguars Today. And our question of the day asking, now that the NFL draft has come and gone, who are the 3 players not named Trevor Lawrence that the Jacksonville Jaguars could least afford to lose for an extended period of time in 2023?
Good questions all. Good show coming up. It's the Monday edition of Jaguars Today, and it starts in just a few minutes.
You kind of feel like there's like 7 guys that fit into that. Like, is there one that just overwhelmingly jumps out at you over others?
Logan Cook.
Well, maybe. You might be right. Did you see
Best
the dude?
in his position,
By the way, did you see the dude in the USFL yesterday had 8 field goals?
No.
8 field goals in one game. Yeah.
I saw, and I don't know if this was XFL or USFL, but I saw Brandon Rusnick with an interception. The Jaguar artist formerly known as Brandon Watson, I believe.
Still chasing the dream, yeah.
Still chasing the dream, playing in one of those FLs. So, all right, have a great show.
Thank you.
Mike and Tony getting ready. It's Jaguars Today. It's the Monday edition, and it starts at the top of the hour at 10 a.m. Jeff, our work is done.
It is. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been the Monday Morning Quarterback DivorceMenOnly.com.
The Drill on 1010XL from the studios of